This podcast is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
And Dizzy, it's almost frickin' Christmas.
It's always Christmas at the Vocelka Ranch.
Yeah, and last time I was here, I think it was before I was leaving for Japan. So it's been like a month.
I haven't heard a single thing about Japan, other than you named your new kitten Kyoto.
Kyoto.
The kitten Kyoto.
We haven't talked since I've come back from Japan. Like, we did a little bit, but it wasn't about Japan, really.
No,
So.
no, I didn't talk about. Well, we're both so busy running around. It's hard to catch up when you're trying to catch me in between appointments, and then I call you and you're not even in the country.
You know, life moves pretty quick. If you blink, you just might miss it.
Yeah,
And
very true.
Life seems to move faster and faster and faster.
Yeah.
And you seem to be developing into a slightly grumpier yet a positive attitude old man.
I'm aging.
Year over year, and I think they say fatherhood will get the best of anybody, but I think you're still fighting it.
Fighting it every day. It's a battle. It's a good one. You know, them kids put a smile on your face, and it's a lot of work, but there's a lot of other things around here that require a lot of work. So you just kind of take every day as you can. You don't make that list too big, otherwise it's overwhelming.
Dude, that's actually really good advice, because when I have too much, it's hard for me to prioritize which one I need to do first. But if you tell me I need to do this today, to the best of my ability, that's when I thrive.
Yeah. Well,
Is not too many tasks. One task, really good.
Yes.
I'm bad at multitasking.
But
so
do
that's
that on
really
the
good
water.
advice.
But do that on the water too, though, you know?
You need to multitask on the water. Like, you need to be willing to do a bunch of different things sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, it depends.
Don't let it overwhelm you.
I won't. I feel like I'm slowly maturing my mental side. Not feeling as razzle-dazzled, maybe. But congratulations on a successful first year, with the baton passed.
Thanks.
I know.
Everybody was like, "Whoa, how is this gonna go?"
It had its
moments of like, "Oh shit."
trials come with tribulation, and
Of course.
it's at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what happens to you; it's how you respond to it. And
Absolutely.
I think overall, I think if you don't get I would assume an A- or a B+, which to me was like an A+ if it's my first year doing something.
Yeah. How do you foresee what's going to happen? And to be honest, that is the least stressful part of anything I'm doing.
Chance
That's
to
like
it?
yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
That's great to hear.
It's like
Wow, your other jobs sound awful.
they're just much more demanding, dude. There's a lot of other things going on over there that, when I get to the tour, I think fishing and it all being fun and it being in the state of Minnesota and I'm with my buddies, and yeah, there's like the stressful part of, oh, I hope this runs well and I hope the app works the way it should. And dude, we're all here to have fun, man. Like, it's no one person's full-time gig, life or death. Like,
Right.
oh my gosh, it freaking rains today. Oh, and I can't have a live weigh-in. Who gives a shit?
At the end of the day.
Like, at the end, do I want it to run perfectly? Absolutely. Do I want all the sponsors to, like, love what was created? Absolutely. But more importantly, I'm having fun doing it.
That's key, dude.
Yeah.
And that's
'Cause
what I
I
was
don't
most worried about.
I don't rely on it to make a living. Like,
Well, that's especially why I was most worried about it.
oh, yeah,
it's
because
like-
maybe you don't put, like, 200% of your blood, sweat, and...
Well, it just doesn't, like, outside looking in, running a tournament trail doesn't, like, necessarily look fun or feel
Yeah.
fun. Like, if you fish them, it seems like a lot of work. Or maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't, but,
Yeah.
So it's a matter of, like, yeah.
You
Yeah.
can only control what you can control, and then everything else just happens, and you have your list, and if you show up and do the work and you put it in, dude, the rest is just going to happen. I think with age, you kind of understand that there are certain things that you want to get worked up about, and there are variables you can't account for, and you kind of just, this year was a good example of that for me. Paul Newman really had to explain that one. It's like, you'll see what I mean, dude, because you think you could prevent all the fires, but you just can't. There are certain things that just you can't control.
I mean, if there's one thing that's inevitable, it's hurdles that you didn't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? Yeah. Like, you might think you know, but until you've done it, you don't know.
And
until you've walked in Scott's shoes for a year, you might think you know, right?
Yeah.
But there's probably, and you were probably right about, a lot of what you thought you knew, but
Sure.
there was probably a couple things where you're like, oh shit,
didn't account for that one.
Whoa.
Well, I thought I was prepared. Drop the ball on that one, boys. So sorry.
So we don't have any marshals. No.
Oh, that was not an issue this year.
Like, who was it? BFLs. I just read. They're like, you only get 1 hour forward-facing sonar, self-policing. Like, that's gonna go well.
I don't
self-policing. Like, you can only use live scope for 1 hour, and you have got to be on it in a BFL, 100 some boats.
Yeah.
No marshal.
Yeah.
You got a co-angler.
Yeah.
You can't tell me there's not 3 boats that are fucking jack wagons. They're like, here's the deal, co.
Pushing that
here's
down.
how we're going to do this. As long as you blah, 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 blah. So, dude, and it's like the sport's getting, and I just decide I'm not participating in that activity. And what I mean by that is the negativity.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're kind of forced into the middle of all of that, being that you run the trail. Like, you have to at least address everything, no matter what.
Yeah, but I don't.
Paul probably filters a lot of that, hopefully, right?
Yeah. But I don't look. I'm not. How do I put this professionally? I'm not looking at everybody else and seeing how they're doing it. Like, when I'm looking at this new walleye deal that I'm coming up with, I'm not even looking at the NWT and seeing how it works.
I think,
or in this case, I'm not looking at everyone else's rules and saying, oh, I should probably put myself in between this league and this league, or do something different than all three, or maybe, I should implement some totally new crazy thing. I just want everyone to enjoy themselves, and if I don't even need to address it up here. No one is coming at me with any heat about it. Why would I even stir it up?
Yeah.
People were more worried about when the first tournament is. Like, dude, they're not even worried about technology. Don't even talk about it. Everyone's having fun. People are winning with it. People are winning without it. People are fishing out of 16-foot boats. People have 23-foot Vexuses. Dude, who cares?
Hey, for those of you who are complaining about Mille Lacs right away, if it was changed the other way, you'd be complaining about guys plucking them off beds. If it was sunny, you'd complain that it's too sunny. If it was cloudy, you'd complain it was too fucking cloudy. And I get it. We all need to let our emotions out. It's not going to bottle that up. That'll ruin an entire relationship. That's how domestic violence starts. Let's be honest. So you need to let it out. But it's just a matter of, like, you got to have some perspective. Don't lose the forest and the trees. And let's be honest. We've never gotten a pre-spawn Mille Lacs. Frickin' every fish counts before. Woo-hoo. Talk about a barn burner. Talk about a slug fest. Talk about some sort of record that's gonna get broken. I mean, that's like, I don't care. I might finish fucking 20th, 10th. I hope I'm making the running. But at the end of the day, you crack the top 20 in that event, you're gonna smack them.
You are catching fish.
Yep,
a lot of them.
But what's interesting is you're not going to see the same consistency of catching them, I think, throughout the day, unless you could see that out of a couple guys, but you're not going to see that because that pre-spawn, it's going to really be weather dependent, right? It's going to really depend on the spring.
Yep.
It's really going to, like, if they're in which phase of the pre-spawn, the earlier they're going to be, the more spread out the weights will be.
Yes.
The further along they are, I think the less top weight will happen, right? In my mind. I know it is, isn't it? crushed. Oh my gosh. Just picked up this new jerk bait. Oh gosh, from Thorne Brothers. It's a Matatachi. Need a smell. And it is the MVP lure today. Oh my goodness. Just absolute units. And it's fall now, baby. And if you don't have a jerkbait on the deck, I don't know what to tell you, but this one here, Natatachi Hanitas Minnow, you can see those wings there, and that actually will change the diving depth of the jerkbait. So we've been fishing a few different depths today, and it's just awesome. You can adjust it real time. But the biggest thing is, not only is this bait innovative, but it's trigger and bites better than anything else we're throwing today. And this is a beautiful smallmouth. Let's get it back in the water. Thank you, Thorne Brothers. Whoa. Thank you, Matatachi. Let's get another one.
Yeah, the average.
In my
weight.
mind, the less, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, because you get on the really, really, really early balls of like 4 1/4 pound smallies that are like, there's 30 of them on one spot.
Or 100.
Just 4 boats could be on one reef, just piss raping them.
Dude, the craziest thing is like people might have a little bit of experience, but 3 days because of opener.
Yeah.
Like, we've never gotten to fish Mille Lacs post ice out, and we've confirmed that we can catch a bass after ice.
No,
we have not.
No, that is not confirmed yet.
So we're technically legal.
Yep.
Because you got a special permit.
Nope. We are technically approved for the tournament date, and that Friday of practice is pending whether or not the DNR okays it or not, because everyone was so gung-ho that it was going to be, year-round catch, right? Well,
it's not official yet.
It may or may not be. We don't know. So you might have a day short of practice.
Get your ass in the office, Walls. Let's get this done. Pull that tampon out of your ass and let's get this freaking thing passed. I want to catch me a spring blade bait smallmouth for a change.
Yeah, in April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
March.
Legally.
March.
Somewhere. Other than the river.
Every 5 years, March.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish.
Yeah,
that's what we're all hoping for. That's what we're all hoping for.
You want to talk about all the fraud and all the tax dollars that have gone out of the state? We can start to get that back with fishing licenses that are currently going to Wisconsin, Iowa, South Dakota, North Dakota, East Dakota, West Dakota. Fucking Nebraska. There's more fishing licenses being sold in Nebraska, for gosh sakes, and they got 3 damn lakes. Come on, Walls. Let's get this done. What do we got to do to get this done?
It all was looking good. It was
done.
moved along, and everything is, looks like it's headed in the right direction.
Well, so what happens if it doesn't?
I told you, then you'd be 1 day short of practice, or you can go out there and you just can't fish for them.
That'd be kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool.
It'd be really interesting.
I can't, dude, if I could have put it in the beginning of May, it just...
Without a law, like, you can't for sure do it. You're banking on the government, which is a tough thing to do.
However, the tournament day is within regular catch and release season, so
correct.
We got that.
We have that, but
which I don't think.
I don't mind limited practice. Hey,
I don't know if there's ever been a tournament that early up there.
Never, not for bass. No way.
No,
not even close. There's not even been one on Memorial Day that I'm familiar with. Maybe there was, but no. No. Not even early June. Never happened.
No.
But I think it's good that you didn't put it around the spawn.
Trying to push the envelope, and
dude,
I'm trying to do. I would.
You never see a pre-spawn derby in the state of Minnesota.
No.
Like, we fished one on Vermilion, but it's never been publicized. You've never been able, like, somebody who's wanting to get into bass fishing and learn about pre-spawn tactics. Like, Minnesotans literally can't teach you about that, really, unless it's Pepin, or we have to drive to South Dakota. So it's like, there's really not a lot of, like,
media coverage.
You have to have the right spring to be, like, most springs, they're on beds on opener when you get to Mille Lacs, and
Yeah.
you can get some pre-spawners, but like
Yeah.
the best window is like when they first pull up, baby.
Yeah, the 2 weeks before opener.
Yeah.
That water's
the
still
first
real
nice
cold.
weather days were
Oh.
yeah.
I know. I'm already excited for open water.
Dude,
God
and
dang.
this was a weird year for you with starting the tour, and I guess what to me is cool is like when we would talk and you would have these fun fishing adventures where you would kind of learn something, and there's something I really wanted to kind of dig deeper into if you're willing to share tonight. And it's after I gave you a couple packs of steer rides and you going to
Dirty water.
dirty water largemouth lakes and getting on a bite that I don't think is unlocked very often.
No.
To be honest with you.
No, I think it was more like crappie,
Dude, it's
basin driven. Yeah, for sure. Something
basin,
goofy.
dirty water, largemouth minnow fish. Like,
Yeah. You could see him ball up the bait too. That was the coolest thing is you could, it's not a lake that has a ton of numbers, but catching him on a bigger bait like that pushes more water in the dirty water or allowing your weight to clank until, I was telling you, I found it on a craw tube.
well, this
Like-
thing moves some water, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you figured it out with a craw tube, and I'm curious, like, how did you stumble into that? And I guess what did you learn about? Like, dude, people aren't doing that. Just so
No.
you know,
I know.
that's like a badass discovery.
The cool thing about fishing is when you find something that works, you really try and exploit it. And then when you get so comfortable, a couple years pass and you think, oh man, everyone's already found all my secrets or learned the little things, and you try and find something out of the box.
Yeah.
These little lakes around me, I experiment with that a bit more. I try and like push the envelope. They're a little less pressured. They're kind of like off the wall, different layout. You know,
Well, it's like you do a lap around it, and it's like
eh.
face it out.
Yeah, right. So that's what I was doing. You know, I was doing the weightless or the unpegged craw tube, the 1/4 ounce, 5/16, half ounce, like weed line, like trying to figure out where these fish were situated, and it just wasn't happening. And I was getting kind of pissed off, and it's like the lake isn't this big, and I know they're in here, so this is goofy. And when I pulled out to look out, and I saw some crappie suspended over this kind of sand point, elongated sand point, I flipped my craw tube out there, and I was cracking it back to see if I can get a fish to react, or if the crappies would spook out, or if they would nose down on it. And then all of a sudden, I saw what looked to be a largemouth push a ball of bait, and I flipped my craw tube over it. And then as I was swimming it back and like fishing it kind of like a minnow above him, he didn't really seem to react to it. As soon as I gave that weight some slack and was cracking the front of that snell knot, the hook into the weight, it reacted to it like a rattle, and then was able to kind of shake it around, and it came unglued on it. And it was like a 3 3/4 pound largie, like a pail one in 25 feet of water. I'm like, what the?
How far down? Over 25? Like 10?
It was probably 5 feet off the bottom.
Really? So it was down.
It was down quite a ways.
How dirty is the water?
3 foot visibility, maybe.
Wow.
Like dirty water, like high algae content, like dirty green.
Noah would call that clean.
But the weeds
No, it
stopped
wouldn't.
growing. The weeds stopped growing all the way up in like 8, 6.
So-
So dirtier water.
That just is really deep for
Bizarre.
that dirty of water.
Yeah, because my wife's in there laughing. Hey, Danny,
Danny
girl.
Danny.
Hey, did the skid loader throttle fix itself after you ran it, or did it stay up high? No, okay.
Hey, would you like to do a quick Vocelka ad?
No.
For the world to see.
Terrible impromptu.
Shows how much faith she has in you.
Yes. Shit.
That was me.
She has faith in my
I take it
fixing
back.
ability.
Danny, I ate a horse in Japan.
I know you did.
I would never eat one of your horses, though.
You did it.
Later.
Yeah.
Was that because there was alcohol involved?
I don't know. But I didn't have enough to blame that. So it's all I can
Sake?
think of.
Some sake.
No, it was highball.
Okay. Yeah.
Which
Okay.
is kind of whiskey soda.
Yeah.
They like their highballs over there. Highball, sake, and beer.
What is this? Oh, that's the Galaxy float. Actually, there's nothing.
That's anti-gravitational
It's not even
technology.
touching.
Oh.
Like, watch.
That's actually what's going to be like. That's what we're working on
Watch.
at Vocelka R&D. Is instead of a reel seat, the reel's just going to hover above the rod.
Teal's so good at getting this thing back on here. And
Sometimes.
It takes me a hot minute to do it, but it's just a magnet. And then if you watch the last podcast,
That was quite snappy.
and now it's not touching anything, it's floating.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't think that's cool.
I think
You were
you would
telling me you have a hovercraft earlier, so this is pretty ancient technology compared to the
We don't want
hovercraft.
to talk about that in public. It's not necessarily legal.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's just say at Vocelka Labs, we're testing some technology that is...
If you guys didn't know, that is
highly
our other
classified.
business, Vocelka Labs.
Where do you think they get the raw materials for such high technology rods?
Yeah, Danielle.
We actually take, used horse hoofs.
Grind them down, make glue.
They're just the shavings after Danny's done sharpening them, believe it or not. You do that, right? With you have that done elsewhere? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta come and do it.
That's pretty cool.
Farrier bills.
That's, I mean,
Dane has to sell more ads.
I just,
Horses can get their feet done.
dude, I respect a dude who's willing to do the back hoofs like that. You know what I mean?
I've seen them get
Like, you got to stand someplace special while you do them back hoofs, I got to feel.
You think that's crazy? Watch her flip one over backwards because it doesn't listen.
Don't talk about that.
Dude, people jerk off horses for a living
Well, she doesn't.
because they breed them things, right? Yeah, you don't want them mutts that are just, who knows what that thing got ran through, It's better to lab-grown horses are...
Yeah, proven.
Well,
proven.
well, they jerk the horse. They
We
don't
are
like...
talking research and development, aren't we?
Well, you can't tell me they, like... All right, Betsy, hop on top of... Or, all right, Billy, hop on top of Betsy here. No, they jerk the horse off, they grab the sperm, then they put it in Betsy. Like, we assist with most horse sex. Like,
Well, yes.
domesticated horses, that
Artificial
is.
Insemination. Yes.
Artificial insemination, the scientific term.
Correct. Since we're talking R&D.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad the skid loader works. I was concerned that throttle cable was stuck and I'd have to
No, it's fine.
spend the rest of the night fixing it.
I'm just glad we have a new vocab word tonight. Artificial insemination.
The camera cannot see your face.
Yeah, I know. I wish it could have after that comment.
Okay. Love you.
Danny, I'm sorry if I took this past a level that you were hoping to go here. Dane just had a question for you, and that's all.
That's all good.
Good feature.
Yeah. Skid loader's good.
Awesome. Love you.
Love you. All right, bye. How does she put up with me? I know why she puts up with you. Who else is going to fix that skid loader? You know what I mean?
God dang it. Yeah. That's more stressful than running the tour.
Bro, I
God
can tell you
dang.
right now, I'd rather run a tour than fix that skid loader.
Yeah, you got to be
Fix
about
that skid
everything.
loader,
around-
I'd rather run a trail.
You got to be about everything around here, from a diesel mechanic to a hydraulic specialist to electrician, just for the dang skid, trying to get everything running tip top, ice cold.
Absolutely.
Everything's breaking and snapping on you. So yeah,
Back
crotch
to
tube.
this
Dude,
dirty
freaking
water
cro-
thing. So you
Dude,
start
crotch tube.
jacking this crotch
Yeah.
tube. Yep.
Reacted to it, not that. Oh my Betsy, they're doing it on this. Like, I'm gonna come back here.
Yep.
You had given me a pack of those steer rides. I went right back. I'm like, guess what? I know what they're doing, because it was similar, calm, blue sky. Went up and tried to force the weed edge thing just to be a stubborn mule. Are they? They got to be up here. Nope.
Yeah.
Went back out to the middle. An aisle I said was for 4 hours. I'm gonna turn this thing on 8, and I'm gonna zigzag patterns out in the middle of freaking nowhere, and I'm gonna find them. And sure as shit, like 15 minutes in, boop, threw one of those horizon heads on that big steer ride.
Yep.
Oh, dude, and it was
I
like,
mean, I saw the pictures. They were gone.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you couldn't even see the bait. It was like the
That's
ball.
6-inch bait.
Oh yeah, the ball of the jig was 3 inches past the front lip of the mouth. Like, holy shit!
Damn, dude.
And
And
I'm
I mean,
choking it.
I do
couldn't-
know that this, like, I've had guys tell me, like, they like it for smallmouth and they love it for largemouth. And I
Yes.
guess I've really only thrown it a bunch for smallies.
Dude, the largemouth, and the color in that dirty water. The color really didn't seem to matter all that much. It was this right here,
Uh,
this and this.
I mean,
whatever
to me,
these,
it's
this.
more so about how it moves and the water movement and displacement.
Yeah.
I think it's really just,
Yeah.
it's the right.
Well, and you know what you can get away with for like a rod? Like I threw my 7-1, the spinning rod, on braid to like a 12 or a 14-pound leader because it's just a little bit stouter than the tequila shot and the.
I'm glad you
Haynes.
mentioned that.
Yeah, because that thing holds that bait in the water and you can control it a lot better. But then you could crack them, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's a big LRG.
It's almost a power fishing, like Gyoya Fujita 20. Like,
Yep.
so I learned on Mille Lacs, just you find a windy day, right? And it was like some days, like this witch Rizu would maybe be better for some reason, right? And then the wind picks up, and you're throwing a sock or you're throwing a Rizu, and you try to make your accurate cast into the wind,
Yeah. Yeah.
or not getting the distance that you were getting
Yeah.
before that wind picked up, right?
Yeah.
I learned the magic bullet with this thing. It's like
It's-
in the wind, you can hit your target at
Yep.
80 to 100 still.
Yep.
If you need to do that.
Yep.
Or 50. Like the thing is, with your normal presentation, once that, 2-foot chop picks up,
Yeah.
it's tough to hit your target even at 50. And that's really, I guess, from a smallmouth perspective, if you're wondering, oh, I like this minnow or I like that minnow better, there's a lot of good minnows out there. And I'm not going to tell you that this is the only freaking good minnow out there, but it's a
Right.
damn good one. And really, like, you can throw it in the wind and hit them on the head still. But
yeah. It is like the poop of the Senko. Like you can, in a windy day,
of a minnow.
yeah, right. It's
Yep.
like the poop to Senko. That's the minnow bait that's heavier and denser where you can throw it in the wind and it doesn't blow sideways. That's like exactly what you're looking for.
Great way to explain it. And I guess that's just really cool you got on that bite. And I'm
it's so
curious
local.
how many places that happens. And I wonder how many tournament guys have been doing that, right? And cleaning clock with it. I mean, you saw Charlie Wright do that this year on Lahamdu on a cleaner body of water. It makes way more sense. Like, it makes
Yeah.
sense to me that they would do it anywhere.
Yeah.
But I guess the big thing I would like to know is, what have you noticed for having to hit them? And to me, in my mind, you would need to get the bait closer to their nose in dirty water
Yeah, for sure.
than you would clean water.
Yeah, they didn't necessarily see it in the ball of bait 5 feet above them.
You
know
had
what
to
I
get
mean?
it right.
Yeah. Well, it's okay if it goes past them and you swim it. Like if you're throwing it 5 feet past them, you figure out which way they're going, and then you can bring it down to them and swim it right over the top of their head within a foot. But it's not one of those like slow twitches like you would twitch the tiniest little 2-inch minnow over a boulder. It's like a much more aggressive, like shaking the slack line big time, wagging it because you're really wanting it to
Move water.
Yeah, and Charlie did
And
a
it's
pretty
got a
good
really
job.
good roll, too.
Charlie did a pretty good job of showing like real aggressive strokes. It's almost like cracking a tube in a weird way, I think, in that dirty water. And it's okay to be right on top of them. There were some fish that weren't as aggressive to it. Then you would just
Naturally, yep.
rip it back and throw it so it went right down onto their noggin, and got it
Gotcha.
real close to them. I never ever let it fall past them. I didn't have to. All of the bait that they were feeding on, those crappies and the bluegill schools were 6 feet below the surface, 5 feet below the surface, and some of the basin stuff, they're way
Yeah.
up high.
Well, you think about how tall a crappie is, right? You want a bait that's moving some water.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. Because, that makes sense why a crop tube was good, too. That's a bulkier kind of
Absolutely.
plastic
It's
bait.
just weird fishing it off the bottom and not letting you hit the bottom and then letting the weight kind of like pendulum it around. It was super bizarre, but it was like a poor man's sloppy version of figuring it out.
Dude, I think there's a lot more to this whole strolling thing we're talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
you saw Easton Fothergill do it with a Nico worm.
Yeah.
And I've seen days where a Nico worm shaking it over them, cut, uncut, just kidding, I love you.
Oh yeah, people are negoing
Magic
all
days
kinds of different
doing
baits
that.
and hovering and swimming but I mean, I've watched you do that with umbrella rigs. I've seen you do it with dice. I've seen you do it with minnow baits. We now have done it with creature baits.
I mean,
You probably got a live scope, but I bet you don't have the scoping rod from Vocelka Fishing and Customs, designed to to hit those targets right on the noggin on that live scope, whether you're fishing a 3-inch minnow all the way up to a 6-inch minnow, from a 16th ounce all the way up to a 1/4 ounce. This is the perfect mid-strolling rod. Visit VocelkaFishing.com. Check it out today. Scope straight or scope home, ladies and gentlemen.
No rules. There's no rules. And then, like, you think there's rules, then you go to Japan and you realize
Let me
those
ask
rules
you
are
this.
going to change.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever tried catching suspended bass, brown or green, with a crank in your hand, diving it down above their head and then killing it and letting it sit above their head and trying to, like, almost shake a crank?
It's funny you say that.
Because I have not tried to do that in deeper than 10 feet of water. Like, if you could go down to 20 feet and you're throwing like a 15-foot deep, you know, anything from... Yeah, I know. Those things are so good.
First form pumpkin spice latte.
Dude, those first form bars are so good.
They're damn good.
I
mean,
gave one to Ron Mayer the other night when he came over here to pick up some rods, and he's like,
oh,
2 days later... It was just last week. 2 days later, he had left it in his car, and he must have grabbed a bite of it on the way out to whitetail hunting. And he's like, "Bro, whatever this first form thing is that you gave me, it is the best bar I've ever had. Do you have more of those?" It's like you can find them at any Quick Trip.
dude,
But yeah, I buy them I buy
protein
cases
bar.
of them. Yeah, they're really good.
It is the best protein bar.
I forgot to pull them out of my Skeeter. And I went in there and I had 2 cases of that like chocolate peanut butter pretzel. And then I forgot 3 or 4 energy drinks in there. And one of the energy drinks exploded. Pop blew open and got energy drink over the waters.
Really?
I spent the better half of my last warm days of winter or of fall cleaning them up. What the heck is this?
So, you know, not to get distracted by
That's
the
a good
pumpkin
guitar
spice,
pick.
That is a lip. So when I was in Japan, I fished with the kind of main guy for the Galapagos bass side. His name is Kato, and he's a full-time guide on Lake Biwa. And when I fished with him on Biwa this year, it was there. Like, I know he just came out with this new Grace 210L, which is a smaller kind of looking, you know, kind of Grace 240. It's got a different tail, and it comes standard with a shallow lip in it. So, but you can use the Grace 240 tail and put it in there and just fish it like a smaller, you know, version of the Grace that we were talking about, you know? So anyway, I get in the boat on Biwa with them, and that's a whole 2-hour podcast in and of itself. And the first bait he gives me is the Grace 210L here with this lip on it, right? And I just learned how to fish a Grace 240 this year, and like feel very comfortable with it, right? And this is just a new style of swim bait that I hadn't really spent a lot of time with, and you know, so I throw it out there and I start cranking it back, and it looks good. And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, you know, what should I do? No problem. He's like, just tap, 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 tap. And I'm like, okay. I throw it out there. I'm like, tap, 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 tap. I'm fishing it like a 110, I would say. Not a hard jerk, but like getting it
Cold water 110.
And he's like, no. Softer. And I'm like, It's like, softer. Like, okay. So I'm like barely tapping this rod. Next thing I know, I'm looking at this bait on live scope. It's 4 to 6 feet down. Just hovering there. And I'm learning to fish it, right? I don't know what I'm doing yet. At one point, there's some nice fish under it, and I think I screwed it up. And morning window was tough, so there might have been nothing I could do about it. But I think about what you mentioned was hovering like a minnow.
Yeah.
And I think those guys are so dialed over there. This thing, he basically wanted it to hover in place and look injured, right? Most of the swim baits, glide baits we throw, that fish don't look injured.
Yeah.
Now think about a big, like guys are throwing big minnows now, 6-inch steer ride, whatever, a big.
Yeah. Yeah. And how are you?
And that thing with this quick diving lip,
Right.
you don't even need it. You go pop, pop, and that thing's down 4 or 6 foot. And it wasn't the deal the day I was out there, but I know for a fact he had me throw 20 different presentations, and we figured out one that worked that day, but every day is different. So to put it into perspective, we had 3 bass between 5 and 6 pounds that day. There was a 200 boat tournament out there the same day we were out there. I'm like, and we could only get on about a quarter of what he wanted to fish that day because tournament guys, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I knew we had a good day, but I'm trying to put it into perspective, right? And I'm like, how is this day? He's like, his good day. And I'm like, how'd the tournament go? He's like, 5th place had 15 pounds. I was like, holy shit. We had a top 5 that thing. We had 16 pounds for 3.
Mm-hmm.
But 200 boats. Put that into perspective how tough the fishing is.
Yeah.
On Lake Biwa.
Right.
There was probably 150 boats that just didn't even catch a bass that day.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point I watched 2 10-pounders swirling under his 280. I just wouldn't eat it. On the right day, the right conditions, they do.
Yeah.
But, like, it's all about technique over there. And, like, what they're doing is so advanced. It's all about the approach. Like, the winner had 36 pounds for 5 with an 11-pounder. Backed it up with 34 pounds the next day with 2 9-pounders. Like, that's how hard it's. Think about, like, it's 4D chess. 2 guys figure it out, and their technique and their approach is perfect, and their timing is perfect, and they're
Dialed.
like 3 times more dialed than, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That day
Yeah.
for that little 2-week span, right? And then they like, you gotta complete,
That's wild.
you got to figure it out by the hour, and you might not be able to. Your window might be
Past you already.
So it was really cool. So you mentioned like the cranking thing. I would say not many people are doing that besides like Lyle Held. I know, like you get really cold water. That's when guys are like slowly suspending the cranks. And then you think of Seth Fighter on St. Clair. That crank when he busted the field, like Corey throw the plug.
Yeah.
Canterbury poached me. Oh shit. He busted over like 100 bass that day on a crank. That crank didn't touch the bottom once, right? 2 feet above. Speed versus that cold water, slow.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot to be uncovered with that.
For sure.
It's just a matter of, to me, the crankbait is super technical, right? Versus a jig head, you can sink to any depth, right? A crankbait
Yeah.
is very touchy on its
Depth.
Yeah. Yep. So to me, it's,
everything from its line
it
to
takes a
its...
special person to figure it out
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
But I think like if you had the right suspending,
Yeah.
or this thing would have,
Uh-huh.
and you can sink this thing too. So it's like, I mean, and I
But
so I
still,
gave this
those-
to a dude on the river when I got back, and he caught over 20 pounds doing exactly what I emulated on B, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously no one's doing it.
Yeah.
And like what I didn't know is the Grace the hottest selling swim bait in Japan right now, but it's only been out a year and a half, 2 years. The 210 just came out, so
That's a perfect smallmouth size bait
yeah, dude.
for Mille Lacs this fall. If you had been throwing this on those days where we were fishing,
It would have.
this
would've caught 'em.
profile, everything about this bait would have been the thing that you would have thrown, because we talked about throwing the 240
We did, but it's like that was the right
Yeah.
the 210
profile.
But it's like I had it. I didn't know. It's like I needed Kato to show me. It was like, and light bulb clicked off, right? But it's like that's where I just have a special appreciation for new techniques, and like what he was doing, and every bait he designs is like top notch, and the
Yeah.
dude's a fucking wizard.
What? It
dude's
has
a wizard.
It has its place, right? It's spot on the bookshelf. It's timing, its approach. It's when you're going to use this bait and how you're going to throw it. And if you have it in your arsenal, you have the library, dude. Like,
Exactly, dude. But the high roll
It's a
ended
really
up being
cool-
the best bait we threw.
that day.
Yep, I caught that big one. Finally, sun came out, and I catch a 5 3/4. And then there's like 3-4 more big ones up there, and I'm shaking still. I make 5 casts, can't make another one bite. I'm like, hey, do you want me to try another technique or and he's like, try bottom stroll. And I'm like, dude, I'm shaking still. Like, can I watch you work? He fucking goes one cast the thing. Grabs my rod, fucking hops up there. I got it all on video. So like,
Yeah.
the dudes, I'm just like holy fuck. Like, if you don't, like it's like the high roll, right? If you just look at it in the package, it might not speak to you, but like, it's just because you don't understand it.
Right.
Kind of like a Vocelka rod. It's like you see a big price tag, right? And that's what you see. Maybe you just don't understand it.
You want to know something crazy about that? Is I had this young kid from Michigan reach out to me today.
Really?
Yeah. Connor Backus. Knows Hayden.
Cool.
Listens to the podcast.
Cool. Thank you, Connor.
Yeah, and he was just wanting to fish the BFLs and some larger Missouri tournaments, and he's going to drive from the UP and talking about rods and, the pricing of everything. And that is kind of daunting. They're expensive, dude. Like some of these tackle items, you ain't going and picking up a package of the plastics for $5 anymore. You're not going out and buying like a hand-built rod for $150 anymore. Like that just doesn't exist. But when you learn to find the right technique-specific blank or something that you can get on board with and back and use and sell, it can be rewarding. It takes time to get into that program. It takes time to believe in it. It doesn't just happen overnight. With anything else in the sport now, you don't just pick up ML2 and go out and just learn it in a day. And then you look at the price tags and you're like, holy smokes. I mean, the same with boats.
The problem is you've got mass production taking advantage of that.
Sure.
Because, like, to do it the right way, you can't compete. So it's like, to do it the right way, and it takes a special, like, if you're just getting into fishing, it's probably hard to understand. But until you use one, feel the difference.
Yeah.
And that was tough to do. I remember, like, when I got into fishing, like, it was saving up for that thing that is this,
the
right?
Curado or
Right.
the Kumara.
Like, I remember it was a Fluger President for me back in the day, and I would go to Sportsman's Warehouse, and I'd mow lawns in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'd save up that cash. It was $20-$30 a lawn.
Yeah.
And I'd mow, and I would mow, and I would mow. And I'd, like, Mom would go grocery shopping. I'd be like, can you drop me off at Sportsman's Warehouse? And I would just literally walk around Sportsman's Warehouse thinking about what I was going to buy with my lawn mowing money for like an hour.
Yep.
And I would talk to the, people working there.
Yep.
I think Chris Klinkhammer might have worked there actually at the time. Who's like low key, that's an OG dude. But I like finally got the money and I saved up and I got that Fluger President that I, always wanted at the time. And now I'm like, man, that reel is junk compared to the, Shimano or this baits I got over here now. But anyway, short story long, I think, and now it's more so like it's like the pair of boots analogy. Okay.
Yeah.
You can either buy, like, what's cheaper? 3 shitty pair of boots that you go through, over a 10-year span, or 1 really nice pair of boots that's built to withstand an entire decade of worksman.
Yep. Well, it depends on how you're using it, what you're using it for, and if it's your deal.
So, like, take a Vexus, for example. That boat's more money than every other boat. For the most part, right? It's the most expensive boat, but is it? It's the most expensive initially, but you got to look at the long-term value. Are you planning to sell the boat right away? Like, and maybe Skeeters are built that way too. I'm not as familiar with Skeeters because they bug the shit out of me.
Sure.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You love that joke.
I do.
You love that mosquito.
I tee myself up for it. It's that good. No, I'm not even a dad, but I'll tell a dad joke from time to time. But anyway, like, it depends what type of person you are. You're either buy the cheapest thing I can and freaking burn through them,
Yep.
or you're I like nice stuff and I like it to last, and I see the long term value in this, and I see, that I'm probably going to pay less over the long term, getting more quality products instead of,
I think everybody has their niche reason.
or I'm going to feel more bites, or I'm going to land more bass, or I'm going to throw 30 feet farther. Like, that's worth something, dude. I'll tell you right now. Do you want to know what's worth something more so than anything else right now in this business, especially if we're talking smallmouth? It's throwing 30 feet farther.
Casting distance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if people keep listening, I might drink enough whiskey to explain further, but like, I hope, like, I'm curious how many people are asking for it for the reasons I might mention.
I think there is a small percentage of people that seek it out.
That's how it always starts.
Yep.
But now you've got the things people need to throw is mainstream now. Mm-hmm. So that select number is buying all these lures.
Yep.
And they ain't got no freaking rod to throw them on.
I mean, a lot of Minnesotans have it.
They do.
A lot of Minnesotans have that thing.
But now you need two.
Yeah.
Like, we used to just need, like, I always like to have two, right? But now it's like, I want three. Mm-hmm. Because I used to, like, what used to be just a hair jig became a spy bait, small swim bait, and a hair jig, which became a little
2-3
tiny
inch
minnow
minnow
and a hair jig, which became now the
Dyson
hair jig or the witch bug sink cut, whatever it might be. Mm-hmm. Or, to me, the next thing coming down the pipe is ultra micro finesse jigs, because you can really tune, like,
fall rate,
color, action.
Yep.
Like, you.
Oh yeah, bulk presentation.
And that's what's happening. I mean, you want to colonize something. The jig is the.
Yeah.
Everybody can put their own spin on it. Feel like they got something sweet.
Yep. Versatility.
Bingo.
Yeah, is a big one.
The problem is a lot of them little jigs, like, the hooks ain't right, and we've noticed that when we're throwing a little minnow, right? That there's a couple jig brands that we can not worry about that hook straightening out. And I think these little jigs, the problem is the American companies.
Yeah, they chintz out on some of that the material.
Yeah, that's like, I found that one. That's like Issei. That brand is hot in Japan, and like that brand, that is the right freaking hook for that deal.
Yeah, it's not so bulky. Good gap.
Yeah.
Stout. Sharp point.
But I need to hit a smallmouth 80 feet away with a, 1/16 or 3/32 ounce freaking anything.
Yeah, you're not throwing that up. Well,
you ain't.
You know what else?
You need help. You need a Vocelka hair rod.
Yeah, it does do the deal. I've seen guys actually. So this falls in that category of, what's that micro finesse bait casting presentation that people have been throwing?
BFS.
The BFS stuff with the hair rod blank. They're taking it like at a 710 BFS casting rod, and I've built a handful of those.
Bro.
Yeah, BFS casting hair rod has been built a number of times.
Well, you remember when we were sitting at the campground and Holwig told us that he could throw a hair jig further with his Aldebaran BFS. And I'm not a fighting man, but I wanted to verbally argue with him, and I think I did for a little while. Just I was in disbelief.
I've never seen it.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I don't believe it. I'm just saying show me.
It's really hard to beat the program that's going on right now, but there's always something next, right? Like, you can't
as
just
soon as
sit
you
back.
Think you're dialed, you're freaking too comfy nowadays,
So
especially nowadays.
Here's something to be said about that is that was something that was done years ago, right? You find some of these things, and it could be said about anything: accomplishments, tournament results, rods being built, etc. I've realized more and more as years pass that it isn't about what we've done. It's way more about what you did today and what you're going to do tomorrow. Way more. People respect that way more, and it doesn't matter if you created the best rod 5 years ago or 2 years ago, or
You just contradicted everything you said in our last podcast.
it's way more about what you're doing today and tomorrow.
But what about the legwork you put in to get to this point?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yes, that was great. But if you stop,
It doesn't mean stop, but it's a matter of like,
If
don't
you-
stop because you look at all the work you've put in that's gotten you to
yeah,
this point.
yeah.
Don't forget that.
No. But you can't just coast on it. You can't be complacent and then just say, well, 5 years ago I did this, so I deserve, or I am entitled to these sales, or I've done this, or I've earned my place in the industry, or da-da-da-da-da, because some other kid's going to come up from the ranks and outwork you today.
Now more than ever.
Today is going to outwork you and have something that throws hair way farther. That's what I'm saying. Is like when you
I don't disagree with
when you
that.
push me to say, dude, you need more R&D, you need more R&D, you need more R&D. That's like what I'm saying. That's the mentality. And sometimes I find myself, it's like, I put so much work into that, and I just,
Well, dude,
I should be putting more work. I should be putting more work into it.
It's a matter of you have so much shit to do that you're just trying
So
not. You're trying to get it all done.
Yeah.
So it's hard to think. It's hard to be proactive when you're behind or you
When I
feel
got a damn skid loader to repair.
Exactly. That's my point. So I get that. Like
Yeah.
it's easier said than done always, dude. So like don't beat yourself up about
No,
it.
I
But
don't.
I do think
don't.
like because this industry is getting more specialized every year.
Yep.
Everything's getting more fine-tuned, refined, colonized. Like
Yep.
yeah, Columbus gets here with a new technique.
Yep.
And then, it moves west and people fight and you have settlers and, this is figured out as a, way to grow medicine, what have you. Like it's a branch, but it starts with a Columbus. And then now you're seeing the full colonization of the United States of holy shit, minnows, fuzzy shit,
Yeah, all
you
the
name
things.
it, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm not seeing is an ultra specialized out of American companies anyway.
Yeah.
You're seeing that out of Japan,
Sure.
but they're like, you can pay shipping, warranty, blah, 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 blah. Nobody's besides you really pushing the envelope. And I just like, in my mind, I know you love what you do. You want to be the expert and you are. And it's as long as you keep pushing forward, that won't be in question ever. If you're smarter today than you were tomorrow. I remember us talking about blanks and flex and like,
Yeah.
that's your magic, dude, with this rod thing, right?
Yeah.
So if like the moment you stop pushing,
Yeah.
to your point, it's about today and tomorrow,
Yeah.
not the past.
Yeah.
You can't just ride on a hair jig rod, even though those sales should be growing better than ever right now because
Yeah.
that thing fits
Yeah.
all the needs with
Yeah.
with the
Trend.
fuzzy expansion, if you will.
But so this is what I've learned with the trail, with the studio, the tattoo studio, with the rod business, with the horses, with the things, right? You kind of get to a point where one person can do a lot of things, right? And if you can develop a process and a system that can grow proportionately to the needs or the demand, and you find like-minded people and you delegate tasks, it's good to find a team that believes in it as much as you do, and it's okay to give the freedoms and the liberties to certain people to grow it, because I want what's best for my artists and I want them to grow. I want what's best for my rod builders and my people on my team so they can create a living for themselves. If I create a culture of people around me that believe in that, it can grow to a bigger, if you want to call it, it can reach a larger audience with the right people. It just has to have the right system in place, because one person can't run a Fortune 500 company, can't
Totally.
run the best reel company or rod company or tattoo studio. It takes a team of people to be able to handle everything from, customer service, packaging.
Right.
Like, you can't have one that's where I've learned now is my efforts when you're like, dude, how do you do it? Well, I'm learning how to delegate and teach other people how to do the things to help kind of pass the baton and facilitate that and just maintain that culture. So then there's 3 of me, then there's 7 of me, then there's 15 of me who all see it. Now we can sell 5,000 units, but they're all hand built, not 2 people running a giant company from overseas exporting and importing and selling mass-produced shit. You follow me there? It's
am.
wild. It's wild. It's just a different perspective. It takes some time, and I just kind of realized you hit a wall because there aren't 25 hours in a day.
You're limited to this time because you
Yeah.
are making
Yeah.
them. You're not having a factory do it where
Yeah.
they're giving you a flat rate. And
Yeah.
guess what? Your growth is limited to time. And unless you have other builders that
Yeah.
can handle that,
Yeah.
you can't grow.
Yep.
Your growth is limited to your time. And I think,
But it's same with the tour. It's same with the tour, because once you create the tour that was able to now run off of a system by itself, and then you build people around it that believe in it and can help facilitate it and run it and manage it, where there isn't like one person having to do all these things. And now the website's more efficient and things are more efficient, and now the system it just works better. It works easier. Like there's more enjoyment and fulfillment and passion. People aren't as stressed out about crunching numbers and typing into spreadsheets. It's just like, oh, dude, it's done for you. It's like using AI and using certain things to make that BS easier. And now we get to focus way more on like the marketing, like the guts of it, telling stories. Like that's the human interaction. That's like the touch that people want to see. That's what makes us the best tournament trail in the Midwest.
amen to that.
Minn Kota Humminbird only sponsors like 3 tournament trails in the country.
I believe that. They're not a charity. They're a business.
3.
And they don't give their money unless they see benefit with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's something to be super proud of. And I think from what I've learned, best leaders in business are good delegators. But I know you, dude. You're a freaking, I'm going to take care of it. You're freaking kind of an individualistic guy. I don't think delegating's like a natural strength you have.
Biggest learning curve.
And
for me.
as like one of your best friends, I feel like I can just say that because I don't think
Absolutely.
it's I got plenty of material here if you'd like to go there.
It is not my God-given talent to delegate tasks.
So,
no,
like,
I'm way
talk to
more of
me-
a doer.
Talk to me about that because I know it's a challenge for you.
Oh, it is every day.
So what are some things you've done? Like obviously, you just said it, so you've learned something.
Yeah.
But talk to me about how you overcame that hurdle
I think it started with the tattoo studio.
with artists,
Yeah.
which you were, so you kind of looked at it kind of like you used to when you didn't own the studio. Team environment, because you always used to get along with your coworkers when you didn't own the shop.
Yeah.
You were always, chippery, happy Dane.
Yeah.
And let's go bowling. And I feel like you were the one initiating, that coworker team culture.
Yep.
Not the shop owner.
Correct.
That was you. But that's not delegating.
No, but when you open a new studio and you have contractors and people working underneath you in your environment, or rod builders that are building with you, or you're building this team, you kind of want everybody to take a leadership role in some way, where all of a sudden one person starts to do all of the organization and decorating and doing like outside of the box thinking to initiate like creativity and like plan events and do things. And you just kind of like let the reins go a little bit and let people thrive like it's their own business, and not control everything, but also lead by example. So yeah, I might own the studio or I might own the business, but you still see me over there scrubbing the toilet, or you still see me over here like doing every step of the rod process. Even though the guy's tying rods, you still see me tying guides and like showing them how I'm doing it. And when they come over and watch, I'm still doing every bit of the grunt work.
I feel like rods would be a harder delegation than, because they're a licensed tattoo artist, right? And they're booking their own clients to an extent.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Yes and
you
no.
get some walk-ins,
I do have
but
apprentices. You didn't know that. I have. My
You
shop's
have
grown.
I know you have apprentices, but I knew that on the rod side. But you've got
Yeah.
You've mentioned tattoo.
Yeah.
That's like a thing in the tattoo world.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You teach
Like
'em-
young kids, like 21.
Well, who taught you how to bang?
Well, the guy was like 45 at the time.
I bet he
It's just
freaking knew what he was doing.
we had some good times.
Is he married?
No.
Don't even think about skipping this. You see, there's ads and there's tisements, but this is neither. This is what you call a BSA, a Bastronaut Service Announcement, letting you know, if you don't know, that this podcast would not be possible without the support of Thorne Brothers, a famed Minnesota local independent tackle shop located in the North Metro, offering us anglers the best selection of fishing equipment in the North Country. They carry all your favorite American staples, some sneaky American staples, the top JDM brands like Megabass and Depths, but also now carry all the sneaky Japanese offerings that are tough to find anywhere else. On top of that though, they have an expert staff of hardcore anglers that not only knows the products, but where and how to fish them. Stop into Thorne Brothers or visit their website, thornebrothers.com, and equip yourself with the most cutting-edge tools to maximize your time on the water.
I don't know if
what I'm
I
saying.
haven't talked to him. in
45-year-old
years, man.
single tattoo artist.
That
I
was
mean,
20 years ago.
Can't
Bud.
tell me that dude hasn't had 1,000 blowies.
That was 20 years ago.
Stop, dude. That's freaking crazy.
18, 19 years.
That makes me want to run through a wall. I'm running out of time. Got to get this shit done. I've been eating shit.
Dude,
in
I'm
this industry
35 years
since
old, but that's what's so crazy about it is I've been doing it since damn near high school. So, okay, so
the
a
tatting
little
thing.
less than 20 years.
Art
But
thing.
yeah, but 35 years old is fairly young. For like,
with advances in modern science, it's super young.
I don't know if I want to live much past 85, bud.
I mean, what if you didn't feel 85? What if like science and technology, like you might be 85, but you feel 50?
Can I still whip a hair rod?
I don't know. Ask your fucking doctor.
As long as I can reach
Can
over.
you? I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, I mean, as long as the skin takes ink and I can throw the hair.
Can you pick the rod up? Well, that's
I
a
hope
start.
so.
If you-
Bud, I ain't trying to get on a horse at 85, but
that is the hard thing, right? It's like, and dude, you used to be more this mentality, and I'm not saying you should change
type
back
A,
to it, right?
Super type A, fine tuned.
No, I'm talking like live in the moment, because like you don't know if you're gonna die someday. You don't know when you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Nobody knows when they're gonna die. You might think you know, but you don't. And like we're trained to work our asses off because that's the right thing to do, so we can retire and enjoy our life when we can't walk and our back hurts. It's like, I mean, if my back hurts, you might as well have me do something shitty, because my back hurts anyway, and like it's not going to be a good time. So it's like it's a hard balance, right? Because times is rough. You can't just enjoy your life right now because you'll be broke.
I don't like that word balance. I don't like it.
I hate it too. I suck at it. I don't know.
Balance ain't the word for me. That's the worst word you can use.
I'm glad you said that.
The
because
work-life balance, that's not a thing in my world.
I know that's not a thing in your world, and I'm not saying it's a thing in my world. The balance thing, I don't have that figured out. The work balance is what you're good at. Like, so I can use the word balance, but it's work balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're like, I'm
That's,
not nailing it. So I know like you're probably better at it than I am.
The whole when one thing needs more of your attention, when the trail needs more of my attention, on the day where I have a cancellation, it gets my attention. I make the phone calls, I do the emails, I knock the things out, and then when the tattoo studio is busy, it gets my attention. When my family wants to set up the Christmas tree and put decorations on the Christmas tree, my phone is not in my hand. They get my attention. It's like I am 100% in on the thing I'm doing until my attention needs to be on Aaron Teal. And then now my attention right now is on Aaron Teal and this podcast. And I'm not worried about tomorrow's appointments. I'm not worried about what's going on. It's just...
Dude,
like,
we have that in common, just so
Yeah.
you know.
Is that ADD? Is that what that is?
See,
Kind of?
yes and no. It depends, right? Because, so for me, the reason I'm like, people know I'm bad with my phone or I'm good with it, one or the other. And it's
So
for the-
true, dude. Now that you put it that way, it's like
I promise.
I can't get a
if you
hold of
say
them.
you're bad at my phone, I'm not just bad at my phone. I'm either bad or good at my phone. It's not just one or the other. It's I'm good at it sometimes,
Yeah.
and you just might not have been there.
Yep. Yep.
But it's literally because.
Or it's at the bottom of the Mississippi.
But dude, I'm happy about that. At the end of the day, fuck you. Sorry, that was aggressive, but like.
You might need to cut that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I might need to. That was aggressive.
I might flag that for violence.
I've never. That was wow.
Good for you, Teal.
Sometimes, like, it's not good to bottle it up, you know. But like,
he just started his testosterone shot the other day. He's just
been drinking enough birth control with that tap water and microplastics.
Oh,
no, but seriously, dude. Like, do you want my full attention? To your point, right? When you're with your kids, when you're with your whatever, And I used to, like, when I was at Intune selling boats. Great dealership, by the way. Pick yourself up a new boat. Dude, I had to be good with my phone for work, so I was shitty with my phone for everything besides work because I'd have to stop what I was doing, no matter what I was doing, to pick up the work phone. And it made me miserable.
Yep.
And I'm not naturally wired to stop this conversation we're having right here to text somebody back.
Yep.
I can make sure I don't miss a question, and even that feels weird.
Yep. Right.
But
and it's hard.
Dude, no, it's not. At the end of the day, we've lost what matters the most, which is each other, the moments that we share together. Mm-hmm. And you've got most of this world taking that for granted, checking what the rest of the world is doing instead of enjoying what they're doing.
Right. That's why the tour is not stressful for me when I'm running it, dude.
But at the same time,
because of what you're just saying, like, get in there, get your elbows deep in the chaos of everything that you feel is chaotic, and then step back and look at it, and it's just a bunch of people interacting, having a good damn time. Really, honestly, it is. Everybody's just enjoying themselves.
Do you know what impresses me the most about you? Like, you're pretty good at a bunch of things. Like, for me, I'm only good at the thing I'm focusing on, right? But like, you give me too many things to do, and like, I stop being good. You know what I mean? And it's a hard thing to do. And we talk about, you know, focusing on this, focusing on that. If you give me too many things, you're gonna see the worst of me. And like I feel like give you too many things, you're gonna see the best of you. You give me the right amount of things, you're going to see the best of me.
Oh, that's that critical task list we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
That's like, oh, dude, you gave me like 2 or 3 punch list items
give me
today.
2 things to do today. I'm going to fucking get them. Like, you're going to be... It's going to be good.
I thought you were going to drop another big aggressive F-bomb.
No, we've done enough of that.
I was like, oh no.
We've done enough of that. We've done enough of that. Parents are pissed. And here's the deal. Sue me. Speaking of suing me, Hayden and I were talking. And I got to be honest, I think we need to name a rod Ray Charles again.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it when I was listening to that.
About that?
But if you just put R. Charles.
Yeah. Like, that's the best rod name that exists. Name a better one for like a bottom contact feeling the bottom rod than the damn Ray Charles. Just give me one. Leave it in the comments section. I dare you. I'll give you your stripes. Beat me on that rod name, and I'll give you your stripes next pod. I will.
Kyle, I really don't know if I could think of another.
It's not, dude. Like, you're Dragon Football Jig. Tell me a better rod name than Ray fucking Charles. Blind man pain. Like, at the end of the day, nobody's giving the blind man their stripes. Like, oh, you're saying I can't give them credit for their other senses? Like, for fuck's sake.
Heightened sense.
We're not talking about, like, eyeglasses here called the Ray Charles. Like, that's a dick move. Like, the guy can't see and you're naming glasses after him, right?
Make a point.
That's a dick move.
Make a point.
We're naming a fucking stick after the guy.
I believe what you said is give credit where it's due.
Absolutely.
Is what you, I believe, word for word. You're like, get credit's due.
We're not talking about sight fishing rods here. We're talking about feeling your lure, feeling the bass swim next to it.
I can remember that was 2018.
The first Ray Charles, which is now my Sea Rig rod.
That's 8 years ago.
I still have the OG Ray Charles.
That was 8 years ago.
The OG Ray
7
Charles is still
years
my
ago.
C-rig and 3/4 football jig rod.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the 3/8 to half. That's the Puppet Master.
Yeah.
But you were worried about political correctness. So you said I couldn't name it the Ray Charles, even though I wanted to. But I understand because we were in the middle of cancel culture. And, you know, at the end of the day, a rod name ain't worth your business.
I mean, at this point,
So I think at this point, we need people to understand the big picture. I think a lot of people, the rod market's a busy place. And I think a lot of people lose
very saturated.
Well, I think a lot of people lose the forest and the trees. At the end of the day, people don't understand, follow the money, and you're going to find that Dane's up against Big Rod here, okay? Big Rod.
Big Rod.
Big Rod has liabilities. If you die by Rod Shank, they're not liable. Okay? Look at the VAERS reports. Look at the VAERS reports.
Bro.
Big Rod is not liable for shit.
Yeah, and we aren't the brightest knives in the cran box, you know what I'm saying?
Totally. They have slaves build the rods. They fucking have slaves building the rods. And they ship them over. They're like, yeah, no, this is like the best rod ever. We had it built cheap as fuck. Come on, man. Like, you guys are literally feeding Big Rod.
Yeah. There's a time and a
Robert
place.
F. Kennedy Jr. is fighting Big Rod as we speak.
There's a time and a place for everything.
There is, okay?
There is.
And we're not saying that you shouldn't, not have any Big Rod, okay?
Well, think
you
about
should
this.
ease away from Big Rod, though.
Big Rod Company also does support and put a bunch of money back into the industry and supply a bunch of...
Their rods are big enough. What about the little rods?
Dude, I can't stop
What about
thinking.
the
I
widow
can't stop
rod?
thinking about this comment that someone told me the other day, and I just said it just a few minutes ago. But someone said, "I'm not the brightest knife in the cran box."
Makes sense if you don't think about it.
It's so funny to me when it's like, "Wow, you just pulled 3 funny sayings into one thing."
So triple
And
entendre.
it's like, wow, Aaron Teal, just remember that.
I will not forget. Dude, I say cool shit sometimes, but I'll never say it again because I forgot what I said.
Oh man, rods. Yeah, rods are. What do you,
Dude,
They are tapered sticks that bend.
they
At the
are.
end of the
but,
day, it's a. Okay,
but
yeah.
Dane, here's my opinion. Okay, this is real talk, brother to brother. Dude, you're an artist. Okay, you're a fucking artist. That you have
It's
a
an
god.
F-bomb.
It's a God-given talent. Okay? You have a God-given talent as an artist. And artists thrive off creativity, pushing boundaries, right? You've got builders now. Like, in my mind, I think rod building to me seems like a task for you right now, right? Something you need to get done. And I just, like, I've seen you in your element, in your zone, and I feel like that discovery, that creativity, that pushing boundaries, that you're smart. Dude, you went to school for engineering and realized that your God-given talents wanted you to do this, but it's not because you couldn't be an engineer. You have the ability, the mindset, the willpower to do amazing things. I'm just saying, don't be afraid to hop in your gallery or in your studio
space.
Yep,
And, like, be creative.
and well, just ask
Yeah.
questions. Like,
Yeah.
be that curious cat that got
Yeah.
you into the business, right? What
Sure.
got you started? What got us the hair rod? Like, and I'm not saying you're not pushing boundaries. I'm just saying I feel like you feel like you're in.
I can do.
You got a lot of shit going on.
That is exactly why learning how to delegate tasks and creating the culture is so important, because then at that point, whether it's selling or innovating or speaking, where I like the environment that I thrive, can continue to do what it's doing while I can share that and teach that to other people that see it. And then we can be a part of everything. And then when I need to come back down and help out here, there, packaging, whatever, shipping, all those things. That's fine. It's just, yeah, when the volume grows and grows and grows and grows, you just have a little less time on the creativity side.
Well, and
A little bit.
Well, there's creativity, but you have like a unique creativity. You have an engineered creativity to an extent. You've got that type A. Like, I'm not talking to you freaking, popping some mushrooms in a weird room with some weird walls and stuff and making
that.
like a fancy rod pattern, right? I'm not talking about like a cool looking rod. Like, I know you can make your rods are cool looking, okay? Like, creativity isn't necessarily looks.
No.
Creativity
it's more
is much broader term.
Yeah. It's the
Much more than aesthetic.
it's solving the problem or finding an answer to finding the solution to something that no one has really thought of. It's like that weird thing.
Dude, you're a world-class artist who's good at math. Okay, that is what is unique about you. Right? Like, you probably weren't in the slow math classes in high school.
No, how did you know I was good at math?
Because I know you, dude. You're fucking
How did you know that?
I just know, dude. I just know. Okay. I know how your brain works. I've spent more time with you in a boat, just you in general, than any other dude. As gay as that sounds. Like, I know how you think.
Yeah.
I know how your brain. I know your strengths and your weaknesses. You know my strengths and my weaknesses. Like, I know you're good at math. You know I'm bad at math. Like, I didn't need to tell you that. You already knew that. Just like I know you're good at math. But my point is that's what makes a perfect rod builder.
Yeah.
Helps. You can. Well, no, dude. There's very few people who have a natural God-given gift of pure aesthetics and detail and beauty. A lot of an artist is good at that, but there's a math equation. There's, a problem to solve. There's more technical aspect to this creativity. Mm-hmm. And I think that is a very unique and beautiful skill that I think, I just feel like if you are always leaning into that,
yeah,
we're going to find another hair rod. We're going to find the next big thing. That's, and at the end of the day, you're delegating you're delegating the things that, guess what? You've developed the process, okay? You've developed the process. And Brandon Downs, you've determined, has a steady hand and can build. You're the QC guy. You're not going to put it out if it's not good enough, right?
Yeah.
So as long as they're making it good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, and you've got the tattoo business, right? And you've got Champions Tour, right? And I feel like the rod thing, it needs to be fun again. Like that, something needs to be fun again for you. And I get that.
More fun.
And I get that income needs, like you can't just live in a fantasy world. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying,
we've got to fix skid loaders here.
Well, you've got the tattoo business, dude. You've built that. That's not present and future matters, but don't forget about what you built.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I agree.
So
what's that thing? So here,
I have thoughts. I have ideas. The problem is the market size, right? Like, there's a bunch of cool ideas for a couple guys. There's a couple dudes with great taste out there, but it's like there ain't enough real ones. That's the problem with some of my ideas.
But could you?
This is where I think you need to freaking go.
So could you do what you did on golf 3 years ago with something lighter?
Yes.
And with a casting reel?
Yes.
And
dude, in my opinion, you've specialized the driver. In my opinion, it's like you could structure that shit like golf. Okay? Your driver is your distance. Yeah, it's not the most accurate. It's not what we're after. We're trying to get the fucker out there 80 feet, 100 feet, right? But, guess what? You've got a 5-iron, and you're going to need a 5-iron in the boat now. And with this scope thing, this is the next thing, dude. You need 6'6" to 8 foot for this technique, because if I'm around cover and structure, right, I want a shorter, or if I'm freaking hitting them at 50 or 30, right, I don't want your hair rod when I'm hitting them at 30 or 50. It's not the right tool, right?
Right.
That's when you pick up a shorter one or a tequila shot, right?
Yeah.
But what's in between the tequila shot and the hair rod, right? So to me, you can just
Yeah.
But really, now you're honing in on technology, right? I just went to Japan, and we have access to reel seats. You know, this tip, maybe a new G80M blank. I don't know what, but the possibilities are endless. But nobody's really pushing that envelope, and you're kind of the first to really push the envelope on the distance part. And to me, it's just you got to fill in the gaps and tell the story. Like, these are literal
That
tools.
is the hardest part. Like, getting the story out there for people to listen. That the hardest part is just to get it in front of somebody. That's because it's,
Dude,
there's so much material.
that's why I have a podcast. I've learned that if you're asking me to tell something in a minute, and you're giving me a homework assignment, I almost like to do it right. I have to take all this information in my brain, which I'll talk to you for an hour about one rod and what I'm going to do with it, depending on time of year, right?
Yep.
And you're asking me to summarize that up into a minute, right? And to have somebody else understand what the fuck I just said in a minute and make a decision to spend $300. That's a tall order, don't you think? That's why I have a podcast, is because at the end of the day, I think everybody's going to the 30-second minute deal. But at the end of the day, everybody's doing that. And it's just noise. Like, I can't tell you I'm catching significantly more bass from any 30-second to 1-minute video I've ever seen in my life. Think about that. How many more bass have you caught because of 30 seconds to a minute video that you saw? You maybe bought a lure, but how many more bass did you catch? And how much better were you at catching them? That's why I do this podcast, is because, like, I'm not built for, like, yeah, I chop my podcast up into 1-minute clips, but, like, I'm a little long-winded for that, but, like, maybe I'm just not good enough. There's maybe guys who will freaking jerk you off in 10 seconds and get it done, right? But I ain't that, you know? I think that's the struggle, right? Is people's attention span is 30 seconds to a minute, but, like, to understand what you build, you can't necessarily explain that in 30 seconds to a minute.
You can't.
But yet
not even
their
close.
attention span is that long. So the big thing is how do you get their attention within 5 to 7 seconds to want to listen for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, because that's, like, to really understand the Vocelka rod, like, it's not your average rod. We're not just saying, this is a pretty rod, it's well balanced and made in Indonesia with all the other rods.
No, and that's not,
And with a bunch of weird marketing words. That's what rods are, is marketing words.
X-ship technology paired with the all-new core system. With 12-gauge X10 25 ton graphite. IM6 with 5 titanium, not titanium
with
carbine guides.
Sold here.
New 220,000 watt microwave guides.
You can do voiceover stuff. That was really good.
No, that's like fucking just like, come on, man.
But it is kind of what it is, and that's catchy, and it sells stuff. But
no, it doesn't.
In a commercial, that sells.
Do you know how much money they spend to sell? And how much? Do you know how much money they spend? And most of them spend a bunch and don't sell enough, right? And only a couple sell enough. And it's because they've built that reputation because their name's Shimano or it's Daiwa or whatever it might be.
There are a few people in the industry that are higher up in well-known companies that have said, dude, we've been watching what you're doing. We follow how you're marketing. Don't change what you're doing. Don't do it because A, your overhead is low. B, you're selling. C, you're creating a niche and you're creating an identity, and you're not like super ramming everything down everybody's throat. And you have a small group of guys that are doing something that are telling stories that are a bit more connected to your brand. Just do that and continue doing that. And don't
disagree.
sell out. because those guys go, yeah. And then you know what you could do is you could go and have another kind of brand that is kind of a sister brand that sells a bunch of mass produced this for a lower price point. And then you do that. And then you have 200 more pro staff and you have this big corporation and you do all these things and
Don't do it.
Right.
Don't do it. Because what makes you different than the 1,000 rod brands out there? That fluff commercial shit, I'm sorry. If you're falling for 6 cents commercials, that ain't your audience, bro.
It's really not.
Your audience is something they're trying to learn more. They're trying to get better at this technique.
Yeah.
Sure, a
Way more
30-second
niche.
6 cents ad is going to sell their first, 1,000 baits, but they don't get any reorders. If you notice, like it's short-term, it's bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
They're spending 20 grand to fluff up, and like Hollywood's dead if you haven't checked. When's the last time you saw a good movie? Like, people smell bullshit a mile away nowadays.
Well, this is way more of a long game, like a long-term relationship build with a smaller audience, like way different than like the big cup overfloweth across the country thing.
This is the fishing industry, my friend. We do this because we love it. There's no getting rich quick there's no get rich quick scheme. So for anybody who's thinking of anybody in the fishing business who is greedily just conducting business fairly but making too much money, nobody's making too much money unless they're doing some sketchy shit, okay? It's the hard business, dude. I think speak to the challenges of owning a rod business. It sounds freaking hard.
Well, the beautiful thing is,
I'm listening. I'm gonna grab a beer.
grab 2.
Okay.
You want to grab some ice too, and maybe the bottle.
Yep.
So, because here's the deal, Teal. Challenges. How to stand out, how to separate yourself from the rest of the industry, how to make a name for yourself, how to not overpromise and underdeliver, how to create a customer promise, a warranty, right? These are all the challenges you have to try and fulfill and maintain, because as soon as you overpromise and underdeliver, you flop. As soon as you create that identity, it's very hard to remake. So it's a very slow process of tiptoeing that line. Price point is kind of a hard one. That's just kind of one over time you kind of realize you just have a value and you got to stick to it. I'd say, dude, the biggest struggle is understanding what to do with the little money that you have with it. That's the biggest struggle. Because
I feel that.
A lot of big companies cut marketing, and they cut marketing, and they cut marketing. And I fortunately don't rely on the income of the rod business. I have my tattoo studio that can fulfill my life tenfold. So I can kind of make calculated risks with what am I going to do if the rod business has a tough year. I can step back and analyze certain things. That's the hardest part, is if you're going to run it like a business, you have to pull all of your emotions out of it and say, well, from a rod standpoint, it was up or down, or it was left or right this year, and now it's been a couple years, and okay, so what's the next investment? What do you do with it? Do you double down on a category, or do you focus on a price point, or do you try and target a different audience? Or like you said, do I need to spend more time focusing on solving another problem and creating another rod that's similar to the hair rod?
Yes, all of those things, right? All of them.
Yeah, everyone's the answer.
Dude, I'm feeling that.
But that's the rod industry as a whole. I
get nervous about that, right? With what I'm trying to do in the future and planning. You don't know what you don't know. And this business is about you can't calculate the future. You can,
no.
but you can't, right?
Yeah.
And so you have to take a leap of faith. But so your marketing decisions, right? You understand they're not 100% going to be right, but it's like you're maximizing every decision to the best of your ability, and you're making better decisions than you did last year.
Yes.
That's all you're trying to do.
Yes.
Introducing the chicken rod from Vocelka Fishing and Customs. This is the perfect rod for swim baits, chatterbaits, and big hair jigs like the chicken that's become so popular in Minnesota. This is a 7'6" heavy action rod with a moderate fast taper. The perfect action for landing those fish on a long cast, cover in water. Introducing the chicken rod, visit vocelkafishing.com.
Yep. If you make better, to your point, if you don't quit, as long as you make better decisions than you did last year, you're gonna be okay. I was gonna say something.
Oh, so this Connor guy who reached out to me.
Yep.
He was asking for sponsorship. So this is how I'm handling that. And I had a really good conversation with Tim Price the other day. Prayers to him and his family for his most recent loss. Super sad. Lost his, it's personal, but if you got a minute to pray for Tim and the daughters and his wife, and now it's...
Yeah, I didn't know. Wow. Pray for Tim. That dude's a legend. And
yeah, he's a really, really, really good guy.
Talk about a dude. I've seen him dance on the dance floor. Like the dude
He's a good man. I look up, yeah, well, and you want to talk about juggling tasks, and he's the man that with the traveling and the responsibilities. Yeah.
And I bet you've probably found some mentors with that.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're talking to Tim. Yep.
Okay, so it pertained to Connor when he was asking for a sponsorship. I said, you know what I've been doing now is if someone's reaching out to me for a sponsorship and they're like, hey, this is what I do and this is my packages and this is how I'm doing it, and da 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 da. I said, cool, that's great. I love your ambition. Thank you for emailing. But you don't have any of my product. You've never purchased a rod from me. So how do you know, like...
How do you know that you want to represent this product?
Yeah. You're asking money from me. I will give you X amount of percent of everything that you sell. Prove to me or show me that you can work in this industry as a young man or woman and build value for yourself and use social media platforms and do the things and create connections within your local community, friends and people, and sell to the people that are closest to you, and I will pay you for it. And I'm not going to just give you $5,000. I'm not just going to give you $2,500.
You can't.
Well, I'm not big enough to do that to 100 people.
It'd be a dumb decision.
But if you can sell 10 rods, you can sell 25 rods, you can sell da 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 da. I'm not saying use a code or whatever so I can identify. I know where you live. I can look at the addresses as they come in. You're selling X amount of rods to Michigan. I will pay you X amount for all of those rods sold, and I'd be happy to represent you. But it is my responsibility to teach the younger generation that this is not an industry of handouts because it will just implode.
100%.
The youth that are coming up in the sport need to understand that this isn't like, we can't continue to give and give and give and give because all of a sudden you're going to be the people that are in our position.
Well, let's be honest.
That need to turn around and...
What makes your flat bill different than any of these other flat bills?
I want to make sure that I handle the next generation and teach and mentor as appropriately as possible with the tour and with the rod business, where as long as those who are willing to work and put the time and the passion into it, those are the people that should get the most out of it. But it should be reflected on performance, like truly, not how many views, not how many likes, not how many sales, truly.
You have blonde curly hair? We don't give a fuck. This isn't about looks. This is about freaking action. And what can you do with that blonde curly hair?
Yeah.
You know, how many hand jobs can you get today?
No, hair jigs. We're talking hair jigs with the hair.
How many rods can you get stroked today?
And in this situation...
Is it sanded or unsanded, the blank?
It could be ribbed.
For the bass's pleasure.
Spiralex technology.
They say fishing is better than sex, and if you disagree, you've never fished with an unsanded Vocelka blank.
Pretty crisp.
Crispy.
Sensitive.
Crispy. Broiled.
They're hot.
Anyway, I interrupted
get
you.
it.
I do. And, well, I get it.
But they need to hear it.
Dude, but I
So
was
when
raised
people
I was
ask-
raised to get it. So I'm fortunate. Like, I wasn't raised to do much, but I was raised to get that.
Oh, come on. Sean and Pam are...
Sean doesn't know how to bass fish, right? Like, so your daddy's probably taught you how to bass fish. Mine did teach me that. Guess what? You're gonna have to eat some shit and give
My dad
before
didn't
you
teach
ask
me
for
how
anything.
to bass fish.
Huh?
My dad didn't teach me how to bass fish.
I know. That's why we're sitting here, and everyone else's
Well,
daddy
you know
taught
what?
him.
I take that
watching,
back.
maybe.
My pops, my stepfather did. Dad, to figure dad.
But I
Multiple
guess
dads.
my point is I was fortunate to learn at least that how the world works is like
Yeah.
you don't just ask for $20,000
Without providing value.
You like it's a business exchange, and you need to show them $30,000 asking for 20, and they need to see 30,000.
You need
or
to
whatever.
be undeniably like, we cannot lose this guy.
bingo.
Like, we cannot lose this guy.
Bingo. And that's such a difficult thing to do. And like the
But
big
is
thing
it? But is it?
But see, the
Is
big
it
thing
really, though?
is you have kids who are looking up to, like, we've also missed, like, we've misrepresented, or the sport's unique in the fact of, like, guess what? If you're a golfer, everything we're talking about doesn't fucking matter, right? You just got to hit the ball and put it in the hole and win derbs, win golf derbs. You know what I mean? That's how, like,
Well,
in my
and you got to
opinion-
have really good pants and a nice shirt.
and yeah, not freaking yeah, whatever. But like that's how I think it should be. But unfortunately, like that's not the way the world works. It's not. The Kevin Van Dam days are over. As much as I like, he's a pioneer. But we're
Let's
talking.
talk about that for a second.
So in my mind, it's just the
You've
dollars.
been listening to a lot of podcasts.
I haven't.
That's been a hot topic.
What?
What you just said, almost word for word. The Kevin Van Dam days of like someone making a living or making it super big in the industry is over.
No, that's not what I meant. Somebody being paid on tournament results alone, right? And
yes.
And that aspect, right, of like you.
But that wouldn't be Kevin Van Dam because I don't think it was.
He was a
tournament-
boat salesman before that, and
Well, and he does way more off the water than he does on.
100%. And that dude is a sponsor killer, sales
Machine.
killer.
Yeah,
Yes.
oh yeah.
But
he will outwork everybody.
I'm was not the best example, and I retract my example, but I don't retract my statement.
Okay.
It used to be about your tournament results was a direct correlation with your sponsor dollars.
Sure.
That is not the case anymore.
No, it's not.
And
Correct.
and because you're a business, right?
Yep.
And if you're forking over $10,000, you can't just fork over $10,000 forever and stay in business.
Well, 'cause Joe
And that's
Schmo
run
takes
its-
first.
Well, that's run its course. We've seen market crashes and rises and like
Yeah.
non-endemics fleeing away.
Yeah.
And like and then the rise of YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, that's what it is now, dude. It doesn't matter how good you are at catching them. And if you can catch them, you better be Easton Fothergill good, or else you ain't making no money. Know what I mean?
Yeah, but you see, that's the beautiful thing about Easton Fothergill and Nick Dumke.
Well, just, dude, in my opinion.
Because they're not just incredible anglers.
they aren't.
They're
They're great
like-
people. They're
Dude,
incredible
dude.
human beings, dude.
Dude,
Incredible human beings.
it really goes to show that the people that have the purest heart that work the hardest. Dude, it's like a simulation theory, dude. I swear to God, it's like if you can visualize it, you want to talk about galaxy?
So let's go there.
That is,
There's no
it
depth
is
we can't
100% if you can perceive it and you can dream it and you just see it every day, it does happen.
This is the most abstract this man has ever gotten. And I love it.
I'm a believer in the whole. There's a term for that, and I'm drawing a blank. It's when you can visualize it in your brain, and you can make it almost a pure reality that it just transcends over time and becomes your reality.
Manifesting.
Thank you. That's the word.
Manifest destiny.
Yeah. That is the most common variable
Law
in
of
every
attraction.
person that I tattoo that is some of the successful human beings that I've tattooed, that is the most common theme, that they don't even know each other and they say the same thing.
Which is?
If you just can manifest it in your mind and visualize it every day, it becomes reality.
That's a fact.
Truer than...
Whether you believe or can't, you can or can't, you're right either way.
So how... Dude, it is fishing. Because that's your mental... That is totally mental toughness.
You want to talk about black and white? This world is more mysterious than you think. You probably never heard anything like what this man said before. He's talking witchcraft. They used to burn people for that.
Yeah, well.
But dude, you're right. And I was talking to Keith Tuma yesterday, and like,
How is he doing? I haven't talked to him in like dang quarter year.
If you hate that dude, fuck you. Like that dude
love
is
Tuma.
fucking amazing. He's just like you don't ever leave your like Keith Tuma's presence without just feeling good about it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
kind of like you when you're not too stressed.
When I'm not too kind of like you when you're having a good day, Dan.
Kind of like you on a good day.
That's so funny, dude. Holy shit. I'm taking that one to bed. Oh my God, that's funny. I'm gonna, dude, that needs to be on my studio wall.
No, but he said something that I won't forget. Like, he's like, when you're able to let go of the stress and the fear,
Yep.
it's amazing it's amazing which next phone call you get.
Yes.
And it was just like, and I've been feeling a little bit stuck, like a little scared of the future.
You, personally, you?
Oh yeah. Like scared about the future, like big steps, things are going well, but like it's scary. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like when you get, kind of binded up mentally and like overwhelmed.
How often are you uncomfortable?
Every day.
Get used to it.
I'm fairly used to it.
Good.
So keep in mind, I'm a chameleon. Like, it's whether people can deal with me. I can deal with a lot of environments and a lot of different.
Yeah, you're really good at weddings.
It's not because I like all of you. It's because I'm adaptive.
It's so awesome.
It's because I'm a naturally adaptive human being.
Yeah.
Like, I naturally adapt to my environment. And when I
So,
fight
but-
it, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
okay.
It's like I'm naturally adaptive fishing, naturally adaptive, but I fight stuff because I feel like scared or I need to force it or I need to do this or like,
Yeah.
and
They're biting.
but it's
we
like
just gotta
if I just
stay here for
if I
3
get
more
myself
hours.
to just let it happen instead of trying to make it happen. And that's, I think, like, it's like my life is like this. I get in these common ruts. I get in very common ruts. And I'm not proud of it, but it's like, it's a pattern, and I haven't broke it, but it hasn't gotten worse.
Can you foresee it when it's happening? Like when a rut is coming and you feel like, does your gut tell you, oh, I need to not do this, but you're like, no.
Here's the deal, man. I like when you were talking about a homeless person, right? And it's like, get a job. Like, I felt paralyzed, or what? Like, you're not paralyzed, but you're paralyzed, and like, you can snap yourself out, but it's not like you can just snap yourself out. You need to crawl yourself out.
Okay.
And it's a process.
Yep.
And I think, everybody deals with different stuff, right?
Yeah.
And
sure.
The biggest thing is understanding your weaknesses, understanding your flaws. If you can do that, you can at least freaking sleep at night understanding you're not lying to yourself, right? And that's at the very least I can do that. But like it's for me, it's like once I'm rolling, it's hard to stop. I'll do it till 2 a.m. But it's hard to get started if I have a lot to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll pick like a freaking fiddle around and then I'll do the easiest thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll put the hardest, like the thing that feels the hardest. It might not be the hardest thing, but it feels the hardest. So I'll put that off a little bit. Not all the time, but when you put me under pressure and I have to get it done, I'll get it done.
What does this remind you of?
What?
Good.
Fucking Jocko.
Yes. Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
I ate shit for breakfast. Good. I'll eat for lunch too.
Good.
Good.
I'm feeling uncomfortable. I need to get rolling.
I can say that for a couple
Good.
days.
Good.
I can say that for a couple days.
You kind of have to just say, A, where are my feet?
movement.
This sucks,
Body movement.
but a step
Body movement.
is a direction
correct.
in the right direction. And it's not backwards.
The problem for me is my work is mostly like very computer heavy, phone heavy, right?
I believe it. God, I would suck at that.
I'm so good at it,
I
but the
hate
problem
that
is switching off of that to this, right? And getting my blood pumping helps me get started in the morning,
sounds
right?
like you need a team.
We'll get there.
Oh.
Here's the deal, bro.
Yeah,
you can't
bud.
just teams don't just grow on trees. You gotta make sure that tree
Oh,
is
you need
ready
to
for
cultivate? You need to plant the seed?
I'm really close, brother. I'm like, I can taste it. So I think
Can you smell it?
I can taste
Can you
it.
taste You can taste it.
I love
too.
gold.
Half the audience don't even know that reference,
But the real ones do.
but the real ones do.
It is amazing. So like, I'll never pander the rest of my life because there's nothing better than one person understanding what you said enough to message you about it.
Yeah.
And it's like it happens more often, and I love it when you guys do that because it helps me continue to be willing
To step in a direction.
just to do what we would use. Like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I do. Trust me, I
it's
do.
good catching up with you. That's what I care about.
Cheers.
Like, that's what I care about. And what I want to know is in this dirty water, when you're shaking a minnow, I mean, you're talking, how far did they move from the first time you found them to the second time? That's my first question. Then I have two more questions.
Oh, no. This is more than 3 questions.
Yep. Whatever.
Did they move
One at
from
a
the
time.
first time of the lake to the second time I visited with the steer ride?
Yep. You said they did, but not too far. But how far?
No, I caught fish like 50 yards away from the spot I found them like 2 weeks prior.
Were
And
they
then I expanded the lake and they were on like every corner of the lake.
So it was happening everywhere.
Everywhere.
Basically, the fish moved from where everybody
Grass
think they would be
to the middle.
everywhere
They
people
weren't.
would think
Yeah.
they wouldn't be.
Because it'd be like on the day where you go there and you're like, oh, I
Fucking
blanked.
wild.
You're like, I went there and I blanked, but 2 weeks ago I caught 35 bass and they were all 4-pounders. And then I went back there and I didn't catch a single one. Oh, yeah.
Don't say we don't ever do anything nice for you. Jeepers.
This is where they were.
Do you know how bad I want
Not in the grass.
You know how bad I want to cut this?
Dude, it was like,
Like,
oh.
if you don't buy a
there's-
Vocelka rod after this, like, I'm going to cut it out.
Don't cut it out. It was so fun because it kind of makes you think.
Dude, where? Like,
So
that
check
happens
this
everywhere.
out. So check this out.
We don't know
No,
shit.
no. Even better. So I found wintering smallmouth this winter on a new lake. I've never caught wintering smallmouth on ever.
Have you caught smallmouth there?
No.
Okay.
And I found them on a wintering spot because of X fish.
Because of that one guy?
Ben Bridigan, we had a meeting.
Onyx fish.
Onyx fish. I started just diving in. I'm like, I want to find a
Sounds
lake.
like the Navionics thing. There's
No,
more shit I didn't know.
I
God
wanna,
damn it.
I want to find a lake that people don't really fish from. No. Okay. All right. We're going to go over here and do some like wintering smallmouth stuff. So I go there, crack them. Okay. I'm like, fun. St. Jude guide trip. Take a guy out. Guy wants to learn how to winter smallmouth fish. I'm like, here, we can go to this lake. Here's
If you
another
tell
one
anyone
next.
where I take you, I'll kill your family. I hope you
Well,
said that. That's what I do.
It's like, okay, I'm going to take you to a lake that's like it. He wanted to go to a lake close to it. I've never been to it again. Guide trip. Never been to the lake. Winter smallmouth.
ballsy.
Dumb move.
Why'd you do that?
Because the guy he said, I don't really care if we don't really catch them, but I want to learn electronics, boat positioning, lures,
You want to go to this
He
lake.
just wanted to learn it.
Yep.
So we go out, struggled first 2-3 hours in the morning.
It happens.
Take them up in the grass. Piss rock, some good green ones. Largemouth, 43-degree water.
Beautiful.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go struggle on some smallmouth again. We're going to scan. Never been there.
Well, then naturally, then
Yeah,
you're
we're going to scan around. We're going to talk. We're going to drink some coffee, chit-chat a little bit.
Let's old school this
dude,
thing.
it's
Let's
like,
side scan.
It's
Let's,
like 35 degrees out. We're in our striker gear. Who gives a...
Let's take it back to 2008.
He's having a good time. He's caught some fish. Pull up. Never seen a blade bait bass caught before.
That's the best moment. Is the
Yes.
I've got no.
It happened.
That's,
It happened.
I would love to take you and experience a blade bait bite someday.
So I reel up. I crack a beautiful one. I'm like, dude, there's one right over here. I can see them. They're there. It's like, oh, I just handed my rod. Cast there. 3 casts in. Catches like a 4-pound dark smallie. Beautiful. We start catching smallmouth. So then you know what I said? PJ, let's go out and catch some smallmouth on this lake. I know where they're wintering. So I take them out, thinking I'm going to just crack on them. I go out there. Not a single smallie. Caught some nice walleyes. Run around and caught a bunch of nice walleyes. But I'm scoping around. I'm like, God dang, there's a lot of bait over here. Like, a lot of bait. He catches like a 14-inch crappie on a blade bait. We downsized to some minnow baits. We proceeded to catch like the most epic crappie bite of my life.
Where'd the smallmouth
We
go?
were going to be smallmouth fishing. We went multi-species fishing. Piss raped the 11 to 15-inch crappies. Found schools of them all over the lake. Everywhere. To the point where like open water rod, peeling drag crappies.
Wow. Where'd the smallmouth go?
Dude,
You caught them all. You killed them.
I went over different humps, like in the mud, main lake, sand points, long tapered drops, deep grass. Like, could not. I hooked one and I got one all the way to the surface and close to the boat. It was a big smallie I had. It came off, but my day changed to scoping the giant crappies to now I've since gone back 2 weeks later, 4-wheeler on the ice, catching fish through the ice on those same spots.
That's sick.
It's so bizarre, but that's the kind of like fun thing that just you don't really think about. Like, let me take a minute here and figure out what the bait is. Like, what am I seeing? Oh, it's crappies. Oh, I could have just been like hell bent on catching big smallmouth all day long and just caught my big walleyes and left and whatever.
I would have done that.
But I came back with a 4-wheeler and a trailer, and a few of us guys went out and we
Little
dude,
did you know it'd feed you for a whole winter.
I got pictures of me and my 2-year-old eating the fillets that night. The night I caught them through the ice. So it went from like a guide trip catching fish, thinking you were going to take another buddy out and catch them. You didn't. You changed your approach. You caught a different species. Then you went back out on the ice and you caught them.
I'm just wondering where the bass went or if it was a bite window because
That's
I've
the
seen it on
goofiest
lakes.
thing, dude.
I've seen it, dude, where you literally catch them from this time to this time.
Yep.
And then it doesn't matter what the hell you throw. And it's the water temps you're talking about. It's not 48. It's not
42,
52.
42.
37.
Yeah.
Like,
your blade bait's
what
gotta
I'm
be,
wondering
like,
is, did
tuned.
you have a full day?
Yep.
And in my mind, you missed your bite window because you were crappie fishing. Like in my mind,
I went back to the
is a
spots,
multi-species
but I
wizard,
went-
and he would do that to anybody.
Yep.
He would do
I
that
went
to
back,
the best of us.
I went back to the spots twice. But here's the thing. The first thing I told him is, dude, I got this spot where I can catch walleyes. It's dumb. Roll up. Middle of nowhere. Off the map. Brr, brr, walleye. 24-incher. Cool. Dude, like, sick. Okay. Not catch another walleye there. Look around. There's crappies everywhere. Like, we got to move. This isn't the spot. Cut walleyes over here. Rip over here. Drop down. I'm like, dude, there's walleyes here, dude. 27 incher. He's like, holy fuck, you weren't kidding, dude. I'm like, dude, they're looking at them. They're everywhere. Couldn't catch another one. Crappies, though.
That's good,
everywhere.
Though. Get the crappies before the Chronicles get them.
Dude, and then finally I went back and like, dude, we should try. And then he caught a crappie on a blade bait.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
believe
oh.
that. Dude, my lake, we were catching them on DT10s.
Yeah, but on the bottom.
Chatterbaits.
It's so weird.
That is weird.
On the bottom, like plucking them off the bottom.
Dude, when I'm like, it's winter, it sucks. I'll do some weird shit too.
We need to catch some more smallmouth through the ice.
You know I know where to go.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to film an episode of me catching a smallmouth through the ice from the front of my skeeter. I'm going to pull my skeeter boat on the ice.
I think that's real creative, Dane.
And I'm going to drill a hole. And I'm going to catch a smallmouth through the ice from the front deck of my skeeter.
You can't use an ice rod.
No.
Has to be.
I tried it last year. And I got a bunch of like filming from the front of my boat, casting into holes and da-da-da-da-da. And then we finally found the lake, and I caught smallmouth through the ice, but not from my boat. Because I had
you need
my
to like
ice
act
house.
like you're open water fishing and like GoPro live it, like big one. Run to the back of the boat, run around the boat,
Dude.
Get the rod tip down and it's just in that hole.
It's my buddy who pulls it out
That'd
of the
be the
hole.
best autism video of the year.
I want to do it so bad. The biggest thing is I just don't want salt on the boat. I have not. My boat has not seen salt. By the way, the skeeter is for sale.
It might be sold by the time this episode comes out. So if it's not, you better call because we're negotiating a deal on it.
It's fully loaded. It's got the Apex. It's got a couple Explorers. It's got forward facing the ML2. It's got the 360, the Ultrex, the Raptors, lithium batteries, powerhouse lithium batteries. I rigged the whole thing. It's like it's sitting right there.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a beautiful boat.
Fully rigged, ready to go. Wrap still on it. Hasn't even seen a lick of daylight without the wrap on it.
And I guess what were some benefits you noticed with your boat this year?
Oh, I loved the ability to put it into smaller bodies of water.
Mm-hmm. It's good at that.
Oh, I freaking love that, dude.
It's a little shorter. It's a little smaller than the
20
one you
foot
had
4 inches. Yep. So it was 6 inches
shorter.
Shorter.
Than your Vexus.
6 inches. Yep. Shorter than the last one. I didn't get to like take it out on, I had it on Mille Lacs multiple times. The river. I took it on some big water, but I never had it on like 4 footers. So I never really got to see like rough water. But in terms of its performance, damn, dude. It was a sick ride this year. I loved every bit of it. I really got to, you know what the biggest change for me was? Lowrance to Humminbird.
Yeah. That'd be a tough change for me.
Well, but I
you
started
picked great timing because Humminbird has never been more familiar to you. And their waypoint management is dialed.
Dude, now
and that's why I couldn't do it.
Yep.
But now maybe I could.
Dude, it's so cool. I think you would really geek out over the phone deal. I would. The one boat network and the like ability to share waypoints and transfer waypoints.
That's the thing I would probably love the most.
Yeah. And their VX chips are
2,000 dots. Like I remember on Hartwell when we were down there.
Oh,
I plugged 4,000 dots in
we did.
4 days.
Yeah, we did. Hey, when are we going down to Hartwell next?
Well, the next time we qualify for the Bassmaster Team
Stop. You don't have to qualify for a championship to go down there. Let's just go down there.
But remember I had questions for you, and we only got through one. My next question on the steer ride dirty water scoping scenario was what weight jig head did you find worked the best, and did you find that it made a difference? Because it makes a difference in my mind.
It was the Horizon
3.5? 4.4?
Yeah, it was a 4.4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which I suppose you're talking 18 feet down.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah, because
which is 4.4.
In some points, it was a 25-foot deep basin adjacent to like a harder sand that kind of dropped off. So the 4 and the 3.5, when I was in like that 15 foot of water where there was like rock that was kind of petering off and the hard bottom transitioned into mud, I noticed that's where I had the balls of perch, or excuse me, balls of bluegill and crappies suspended. We're like on the edge of that transition, very similar to ice fishing. Like it's the same. It mirrors, right? Middle of summer, middle of winter, they're like that basin feeding kind of like bug.
But I mean, if we're talking about dirty water, I mean, you're hovering on the lighter side, right? Because you can hover an 1/8 ounce over 10 feet pretty good. You could fish an 1/8 ounce really slow.
Yeah,
over
but
10
how
feet.
heavy a line are you fishing with?
Well, I'm not splitting hairs here. I'm just saying, like, 4.4 grams is less than 3/16, and you're doing that 15 to 18 foot. So that bait's going to hover better than it would with a true 3/16, which is like on a Pokegama or a clean body of water, the magic 15 to 20 strolling size. So I'm not saying that it's significantly different, but it's a touch on the light side in a good way, which would make sense to me with the less
Bigger
sight.
weight.
Well,
And the heavier.
they can only see so far.
Yeah.
You can't make it move too fast.
Correct.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and if you, I mean, they're not pressured fish, man. They were pretty hungry, so if you got it close to them, you could see them move on it, and you're like, oh, and then they just slacklined it.
But you mentioned there's baits that moved water, and there was baits that didn't, and that like you noticed, like they weren't that pressured, and they'd bite, but it's not like you could just throw anything.
I had some
The
other
steer
minnows.
ride obviously
I
worked.
had some other minnows that I tried. There actually are a couple of really cool custom pour companies. Carl's Custom Baits makes one
I've
very
heard that's a
similar.
good one.
We threw it on
Willie's
the
Wobbler.
Yep, but it doesn't have. It's a little more of like a V-shaped belly.
Yep.
And it doesn't have the width or the girth or that tail. There's certain
That tail
similar.
special.
Yeah, it does something different, but they didn't eat that. And I had to change a couple of things up. And that's when I grabbed the steer ride, because I had tried to force it and they just didn't feel it or see it, or something about it wasn't right. Like they weren't reacting to it the same way as they were with that one.
Sure.
And Mille Lacs, I think we tried that too. I think
They
I
were
caught
eating a steer ride when we were there.
Yeah,
in the
but-
morning.
But the one time we were there on the north end when it was really windy, I caught a couple on Carl's Custom Baits right away in the morning on that like knuckle.
Yep.
And then they started to like push off the knuckle and they went down deeper. And then I just couldn't get them, especially when we went to the south end. Then I really couldn't, and I had to change it up.
Well, they weren't eating a mint.
Well, it was
We had
tough. It was tough. Yeah.
We had to kind of get a little
Tilt dark.
creative.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah. So as far as like your second question, that bait, yeah, that 3.5 at 4.4.
Like it wasn't just fucking throw something out there and catch them. Like there was something to it.
Yep.
Like
And-
they wouldn't just eat anything.
Well, and you
but
got me
it
on
needed
that-
to move the right. Like
Yeah.
needed to move right.
Yeah. And I mean, I've watched you enough times where I feel like I can replicate some of your rod movement and like kind of feel it out to try and hover it. But that horizon head you sold me on, I'm like, yeah, that
Dude,
thing's
it's
pretty, that's dominant.
So good.
With that big, with that 3/0, it's just juice.
Dude, what I didn't understand is how much like this rigging it like that helped the bait hover. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. Like you wouldn't have thought that would make any difference, right?
No.
But that little resistance is just enough to get the bait to wobble better.
Well, dude,
Put
bring it back to when we fished Leech Lake and I found out that degree head.
made it roll right.
How dumb is that?
The 60-degree horizontal line tie
And that was on a shaky worm head.
it was on the bite me head.
Bite me.
Our 2-bed guy
And it just boop, 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 made that thing
on a
just-
swimmer
Oh,
before we even were shaking anything,
yes.
right?
But that's kind of like
We were reeling,
yes,
but
you were flirting with shit. It was like Pokegama. Remember when
it
I was
wasn't as
cast-
hovery.
No,
That's all. It was a quicker. It was they were eating it or they weren't.
you were able to throw a swim bait out there where it didn't move as fast because it was so light, but it had the action as if you were swimming it.
And
Fast.
the weight we use hasn't changed much for that
No.
depth zone, right? And it's weird, right? Like the steer ride we're talking about, like, just so you know, it's not a magic pill. But what I'll tell you is there's going to be days where this is going, like the days where the details matter is when this is maybe that magic pill, right? And that's, I think, there are days where you can catch them on a freaking any minnow you throw, but it's a matter of when it counts or when that pressure's on or you're on mille lacs, or you're in some dirtier water where you need to stir more movement, where the details matter. And I think that's the big thing is it's just like there's not a one size fits all anymore in this sport. But what I was going to ask you is if you've heard of baits reels.
100% I have, and this is the hundo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So Nipper turned me on to those, and I actually...
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
So these are, if I'm not mistaken, these are saltwater reels. They started out as saltwater reels.
The first ones were, that's a freshwater reel.
But they're damn near the same thing. They're like the frame of them. It's like aircraft aluminum.
One piece frame, doesn't flex.
Yep.
Like it...
Super dope.
It's like the big thing is if you're buying a reel and you're spending money, right?
$400
when we're talking about a reel and you're spending $400,
Yep.
you're, in my mind, if you're not spending for longevity, I don't know what you're spending on a reel, right? And I think what's cool about baits is like you haven't seen that from a reel company. Like you've seen marketing reel companies, big rod, so to speak, style reel companies, your Cast Kings, your whatever, where it's like they're getting it made at the same factory as everybody else and putting a different sticker on it. But these guys, you've actually got some American-made muscle built into a reel. And in my mind, baits is kind of like a Vocelka version on the reel side, right? They're in a tough market. They're in a tough space. They're up against big reel, just like you're up against big rod. And like they don't care about volume. They're like, they don't care about doing it wrong. They care about doing it right. And 13 Fishing was built on that at one point until they changed and got bought out by a big company. And
When
then,
was the first time you touched one of these?
honestly, 2 months ago, I touched Nipper's combo, and then I'm like, all right, dude, I got it. All right, what's it gonna take to try a couple of these? And then I got two, and I kept one in the box for next year just because, when I've tried one. Remember that blade bait rod you built me?
Yep.
So I'm actually gonna grab that sucker right now. So I can think of a lot of like things I would put the baits on, but like this blade bait rod you made me, in my mind, I'm like, so it's not like the lightest rod for treble hooks,
No.
right?
No.
So what's cool about the
Well-
baits is click or drag with a 100-yard spool. Usually you'd have to buy a BFS to get that click or drag. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, that blade bait. I'm like, let me play with this drag on a blade bait because I like this action. And if there's any, like, this action is what works the blade bait the best to get them to bite. And I know Dane's got a crankbait rod, and this is a moderate taper. It's going to do the best it can. But a drag never hurt a guy. A drag's never hurt you. A lack of drag might have hurt you, unless we're talking about flipping toolies, right? A lack of drag has never hurt, might have hurt you, unless we're talking toolies.
This is the blade bait rod that I had that guy catch that bass on that lake. The exact same one. I love how small this reel is.
Bro, does that not feel nice in your hand?
I can't remember where I heard of baits first. I want to say it was Serious Angler podcast.
Maybe.
And if it wasn't Serious Angler, because that's Bailey Eichbrett, right? Mm-hmm. I don't... Because I was kind of sold on it, and then I went on their website and researched a little bit and went, holy smokes, those things look sick. I really wanted to hold one. I'm tossing this in my hand. Dude, this thing is so freaking light.
You usually sacrifice that durability with lightness, right?
Holy smokes.
That like the Stees or the Daiwa Stees or whatever is a $600 reel, and it's not a one-piece aluminum frame, right?
I don't think these are $350, right?
I can't remember the price and whatever. They're spendy. It's like freaking $300 or $400. That's what I do know. They ain't cheap, but like you're buying longevity. You're buying a reel that's gonna last longer than every other reel, right? So I'm looking at like, so you got me this rod, right? And I'm like, yeah, blade bait rod, and I get it in May. I'm like, well, it's gonna be a while till I get to throw a blade bait on it,
Yeah,
right?
that thing is sick.
So I started on Vermilion throwing a rock crawler, and I'm like, I didn't lose a single bass on a rock crawler while they were on their way up to them beds everybody fished, right? I'm like, damn, this thing throws a rock crawler really good, right? And then, so I'm like, okay, sweet. I got a blade bait rock crawler rod. That's money, right? And then I get to summer, and I'm like, well, shit. Like, I can't throw blade bait yet. Dang. I bet this thing throws a DT6 pretty good. Now I'm ripping grass with it and frickin' not losing bass. I'm like, this is a pretty versatile motherfucker. Right? And then
Kind of like a little bit lighter than what the wart would do in the cabbage or or the foil. Like you're just ticking.
Yep.
Just a touch lighter.
And then now I'm on Mid scoping, and I got a light A-rig. And I'm like, well,
Like a Minnesota rig? Like a
yeah, like a light Minnesota rig with a minnow on it.
yeah.
And I'm like, well, I feel like I want to throw this on a baitcaster, and I can't throw a blade bait yet.
Still
So I
wanting
put
to
that
throw
on
blade.
it, and it's like the perfect light A-rig rod. And by the way, I'd have been leading by 15 pounds on the river had I not straightened the hook out on that light A-rig rod. Two biggest bites I got that morning on the river were on the A-rig rod. And note to self, be careful of the jig hooks you're using on a baitcaster when strolling a minnow on an A-rig. Because the biggest one I hooked jumped, and I'm like, got off. I'm like, how did that get off? I reel the thing in. I hooked straight. Because my angle had the fish down current. And I jacked it.
Dang it.
But anyway, short story long and getting longer, the rod can do more than Aaron thought it could do. We were looking for the perfect blade bait rod, right? So now it's like, man, I can almost throw a blade bait on this thing, right? Water temp's 52, 51. And I'm like, man, not getting bit on a jerkbait yet. And finally go out this day, and I'm like, dude, this Matatachi's sweet. And I throw it, and I catch 4 smallmouth from 4.5 to 5 pounds on 4 casts on this rod. And I'm like, okay, there's no way that I can't catch him on a mega bass just as good, because that's my number one confidence jerkbait. So I grab my number one. You know which jerkbait I'm talking about.
Yep.
I grab Old Faithful, right? I throw 10 casts. I catch 1 bass. I'm like, well, certainly I just got on a flurry, right? And that's just a fluke. I pick this back up, and I go 5 for 5. I'm not saying that happens every day, but I experienced this thing out fishing a Mega Bass 110 10 to 1. And I guess what's cool about working with you, right, is I've learned a lot about jerkbaits, right? Talking to Nelly at Thorne Brothers this year about a re-range.
Yep.
He throws a re-range on a medium heavy rod, 17-pound fluoro, and jacks the absolute piss out of it. I'm like, so I'm learning that, right?
Yeah.
And I know you have things to say, so go ahead, and I don't want to interrupt you.
Because it all stems back to when Woman Lake opened up some things for us as a team.
Yes.
In the summer. And you're like, you were doing what?
I remember this story, and I'm looking forward to it again.
And everybody from Bartusek to Hayden to everyone, like Connor, they're like, what the is Vocelka doing over there? Just jerking that rod around, like, what the hell
jerking
is
off
he
a dude
doing,
with,
dude?
Jerking
You're
off a dude with Tourette's over there.
You're jerking that jerkbait so freaking hard, you look like a fucking psycho, dude. I'm like, bro,
Good.
I cracked him today.
You did. I remember you loose lined one in front of two boats for 10 minutes or
I
something
was like,
stupid.
dude, I freaking was cracking him. Could not believe dead of summer, you could just work that jerkbait as fast as you can fucking work it till you just are done. You're tired. And they just, it was super fun. But it requires a different rod.
Yes, it does. If you only have
And
one
Hay-
jerkbait rod, you're short a jerkbait rod.
Yeah. And in Hayden, that tournament day, their biggest fish came on jerking a jerkbait as fast as they freaking could because
Because they watched you.
they were like, what is that
Fucking
kid
idiot.
doing?
What were you? Why were you showing everyone?
It just was working, man. It was so much fun. It was one of those practices where I forgot I was fishing for a tournament. I'm like, I'm just going to catch as many as I can. We're going to just keep catching. But that rod, I never would have used for a jerkbait. I mean, it's similar. Yeah, I mean, it has that parabolic bend, but it has a little bit larger tip. So the taper physically, like visibly, isn't as noticeable. So it bends deep so it can handle like deep diving. Like if you want to adjust those wings, it can really pull the bait without feeling like you're overworking it or that you have to work so hard to make it move. But then when it does load up, it loads to this stripper guide.
All the way there.
Oh,
But-
God.
But
And
when you
it's-
jerk, the thing ain't folding over.
No.
And the rod's working for you
Yes.
on them harder pulling baits.
Yes.
Like there's a hard pulling jerk
Yes.
bait and a soft pulling jerk
Hard
bait.
water, cold water, warm water. Like the warm water jerkbait rod is this. The colder one is my jerk and twitch because it has a sensitive tip and you can really just like kind of like this the Galapagos. It's like a just
In general, yes.
make the rod move.
But this was cold water. And my point is like
Bigger jerkbait.
it's a bigger jerk.
And
it's
deeper.
a bigger plug. Like if we're talking mega bass, I was throwing the Ito Shiner, right? Which you can't throw the Ito Shiner on the original Vocelka jerk and twitch.
No,
it
it's-
pulls too hard.
Yeah.
a
The tip folds
re-range.
too fast.
A re-range pulls too hard.
Yep.
It's an inefficient jerk.
Yep.
So, I guess, and then
But
like
this
that
rod-
drag screams, and
Yeah.
like,
Dude, that bait's sick.
it is
That
And
bait's is sick.
There ain't a Vocelka I put it on that it doesn't
Damn.
feel just perfect.
Damn. Do they
So-
make a wider? Because they make a hundo. They make a couple of
BFS,
salt.
and now they're coming out with a hundo. I think 150 and 200 nippers.
Those
So-
are dope. I'm a big Lose fan, but that thing is pretty freaking cool.
My only comment with this rod for jerking, everything else, nothing to say.
Yep.
For jerking, I wish the butt was a half-inch shorter.
Shorter.
How many times have you heard?
Oh, I just wish it was a quarter inch less on the the left side of the butt section. I think it's the port side.
Dude?
I bet you hear it all.
I wish
The
you-
real seat is a little bit. I really wish it was a reverse trigger. My first jig rod was a reverse trigger. I love the reverse trigger.
What it comes down to is, could you put the hook keeper on the
Don't.
2 o'clock side in front of the real seat? Up.
Oh,
No,
man.
but maybe on this rod you put it on the back side, but on the side of the butt. Just can you do that for me? Of course I can, because we're a custom rod
Yes.
company.
The answer is
Absolutely.
yes.
But is there a right answer to any of them? No, because everybody has a different freaking answer.
I'm not gonna lie. I get it to an extent.
Yeah.
But there's features that make me purchase a rod or don't, and the hook keeper ain't one of them. I guess. Like to me, the hook keeper's like a cherry on top, and you'll never have the cherry exactly right, or the stem's not long enough where they can tie a knot with their tongue or whatever the heck, right? But the bowl of ice cream is gonna suffice, okay? And just because you didn't get your cherry, but the good news is with Vocelka Fishing Customs, you can get your cherry.
Let me tell you,
You can pop that motherfucking cherry.
on the noodle ice rod, I don't even put a hook keeper on it.
The Japs don't do it either.
I
Sorry,
said, you know
Japs
what?
is
It's
pretty
such a
discriminative.
sensitive-
The Japanese culture doesn't either.
Yeah, well, they learned. They know better.
Hey, if your customers just use hundos,
Oh, that's so dope.
you can save about 20 cents on that hook keeper, brother. And about
Who
15
did
minutes of
that?
labor. I don't know. The
That's smart.
designer of the hundo was one of them thinkers.
Wow. Doesn't even mess your line up.
Doesn't even hardly touch the line. Can't get it to touch the
Well,
touch the line.
no, I mean, it doesn't matter where you put it, it'll touch the line, but
Depends where your pawl is.
that's pretty sick.
They're cool reels, dude. And dude, here's the weird thing is, so this is called the hundo. I can literally throw all the line off of it. I can spool the thing on a camera. Like with this jerk bait or a blade bait, if I want to, I can throw to the bottom of the spool. 100-yard spool.
Is that cool?
It makes it cool until you want a 150. It just depends what size line you're throwing. Like if I'm throwing 20-pound line on this hundo with a swim bait, I'm gonna run out. That's all. Like, but for a frog with braid, for a jerk bait with 12 to 15, you got plenty. It's just a matter of like, I think the point is most of the reels you wouldn't get as far, like throw us further.
Yeah.
Yep. And this thing throws far as shit too. But like, it's so cool. Like, I don't fuck with the jerkbait enough, but I think what's crazy about this thing is like, so I mess with adding weight to it because it's a slow float. And I remember Nick Dumpke's podcast that I recorded in your ice house here.
Yep.
Where he was talking about the posture of the jerkbait. Like, he doesn't like a jerkbait that jerks like two nose down. He feels like the posture of the jerkbait being more level gets him a significant amount more bites. Now, I think about, you can move these wings, right?
Yep.
If that bait was sinking, let's say 4 to 6 inches per second, you can totally adjust the posture of the nose of the bait when you jerk it. Like I haven't messed with that, but like Dumpke's got me thinking like in a whole nother realm with that.
Well,
like, because you could have a sinking jerk bait that wants to be nose down, and you could have it level and sinking just by adjusting these wings.
Yep.
So add a little weight, adjust the wings up, and have it sink and jerk level instead of
Yeah.
like literally it'll jerk down and go up.
Yeah.
Is how a +1's gonna go. If you do that, if you make a +1 sink,
Yep.
eventually it's gonna jerk up in a down position. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or flip up.
Yeah.
And that's I guess nobody's messed with it yet, but I think like, dude, it's just amazing to me. Like my brain, I don't know. I blow my own mind.
You're thinking.
Yeah.
You are cranking for the suspended bass.
So this is I don't even know if this is on your website after I've just talked about this rod a bunch, but this is like the CB72. And I
So-
think it's one of your most versatile moving bait rods after using it. Like you can,
That is in my.
there's not a moving bait rod that works as a blade bait rod that
That
you've made.
is in my cranking series. Yeah, it is available. It is. It's one of Adam Bartusik's favorite rods. Actually, he actually throws a small chatterbait on it.
So, like, I just didn't want
He's
to
like,
get
"That's my chatterbait rod. Don't get rid of it."
a 3/8 ounce chatterbait.
Uh-huh.
This is, I don't know about a half. The chicken rod's way too good at a half.
Yep.
But if we're not in too heavy a grass,
Yep.
that 3/8,
Yep.
it's
It's kind of like you said.
money-moving
It's your
bait rod.
DT6, DT8.
this is a hard rod to get right,
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah.
Like, that's why I'm bringing
It
it up.
depends on the line. It all depends on your line. 100%. What do you
Most
throw-
rods are too flimsy
Yep.
or too stiff.
Crisp. Yeah.
This is a really nice This is a really nice rod.
That
Dane.
is,
I wanted to share that with you.
yeah, it's a fun one. I have 2 of them right over there that I've used all year long.
But I almost want to put
Big
this
fan.
hundo on the jerk and twitch. So there's drag, like, on that finessey jerk.
Yeah.
You
You're
can
fishing the Jude this
bomb
year,
it.
aren't you?
I think so. I kind of
Come on.
I have to give one partner bad news. I fucked up kind of and talked to 2 people about fishing it. So that's the unfortunate part. But
Well,
I know people understand. And I have to go with the guy I talked to first about it.
yes.
But I'm not going to say his name in case that some changes because we're not officially signed up yet.
Well,
But I love, like, the problem is,
Is there even
I want to fish the
availability?
river with both those
is it
human
not
beings
full?
and you.
Is it not full?
Might be full. I might not even be able to get in.
But you better figure that out.
Dude, I don't got money figured out right now. So, like, I'm getting a few things done so I can figure it out. Right now, like, I love this rod. That's why I'm trying to talk about right now. Like, I'll worry about the Jude later. Like, I'm signing up for the Jude tonight. Like, that's you're asking. I'll sign up for the Jude tomorrow.
Kind of a
this
big deal.
blank though. This
Kind
rod.
of a big deal. The Jude's kind of a big deal.
It's a huge deal. It's an amazing tournament. But like,
Hey, speaking of
fundraising,
fundraising,
do you want me to pay for something I can't pay for?
yes,
All right.
in the Jude, yeah,
Okay. Well,
you'll do
you
more
have a
good.
credit card.
You'll do.
The
You will
fundraising
do-
starts now.
You you will do more good.
Do you want to save kids with cancer or not? That's the question, right? Yeah, I'm being direct. Yeah, I'm being blunt about it, but that's the question. Nobody wants to ask you, but do you?
You could fundraise like a king.
Yeah, you're giving a lot of money to people without cancer. I know that. Every day you're giving a ton of money to people without cancer. How
Yeah,
about you
me.
start freaking helping people who actually need it, right?
Right.
No,
You got this.
I'm hoping to fish.
You should do it.
No, I'm planning to do it.
Me and Rich are doing it.
I know you are. I'm gonna kick that sweet ass.
Come on, baby.
Come on with it. Come on. Come on. No, I have no idea. I think it's I've never fished a Jude.
Pour daddy some buffalo.
Yes, sir. Yes, master. Yes, father.
I'm happy you like that crankbait rod because that
Bro.
CB7, that 7'2", 7'3", that 12 to 25.
Dude, there's so much that people
Oh, it
sleep on.
it just does something. It's good. It's really good.
You know, it feels so right.
You know who would really
Don't
love
run
that
from
rod?
your feelings.
Johnston Westmoreland
I
would
know.
love that rod.
You know that alpha angler he was jerking off to? Fucking alpha angler.
Great rods.
Well, sure. Oh, sure. It's big rod, but
Great rods.
Yeah,
Great
great
rods.
big rod.
Great rods.
Great big
dude.
rod.
No, they're not big rod.
I mean, they're not.
I
They're
mean,
bigger.
they know some. Well, sure.
I mean, they're at least half black.
Well, I mean, if we're going there,
You know, I heard Yugoslavians have some pretty massive schlongs.
rods
Yes.
ribbed
Yeah, sure.
or sanded,
I mean, it depends how they handle their blanks.
15-pound test.
I know. I knew you were gonna like.
Dang
this.
it! I've been wanting to feel one. I had one in my shopping cart for like 2 months and totally forgot about it until I saw that
You're
box
the
over
type
there.
of
and I
guy
was like,
that just all of a sudden
Dang
walks
it.
through the door with 4 like CI4s when they come out, and I'm like,
yeah, fucker.
hold that, hold it, just touch
Smell
it,
it.
taste it,
The smell of it,
a bit of Foster's.
freaking guy. I miss fishing with you, Teal.
Likewise, dude.
Doesn't happen enough,
I know.
and it's only going to be through the ice from now on, I guess. Come on, let's go catch.
If you
some
bring a
smallmouth.
buffalo,
Let's go catch some smallmouth this year.
dude. I do want to record a podcast through the ice.
Can we?
Yes.
But
I
guess
don't have
what?
an ice house or an auger.
8 inches of snow on top of the ice is not good. When the ice is not thicker than 8 inches, it just insulates it and makes it shitty.
I mean, that's one way to look at it. Or you could be a glass half full kind of guy and think about how much less pressure those fish are getting and how much easier they'll be to catch if you can
know what?
survive.
Let's record a podcast in my otter tent.
Dude, wouldn't it be crazy
Actually-
to record your own death?
Deal.
Like we could
No,
like
that's
our
not
own,
happening.
like this the Titanic of bass fishing on ice.
We're not going to take the ice house out. We'll take the otter hub and we'll make
portable.
Yeah, well, we'll put a floor in it. I got the rubber mats. I ordered corrugated mats so it won't be wet. I'll have it heated. We'll make a hub. No one will be up there. Think of how less
I'm a little white
pressured,
girl for that, dude. I don't know.
less pressured they are. You said.
Where am I gonna poop?
What do you mean?
I'm just kidding.
I got that incinerator toilet.
You know I can rough it.
That thing's.
I'm ready to go.
Dope.
I'm ready to go.
You don't need a poop deal.
I was an otter in a past
You don't
life.
got enough food in your belly.
In a
Look
past
at
life,
me. Look
I
at
used to
you.
be an otter.
I'm two of you.
I used to fish otter houses.
You did on one of our YouTube videos. Is so funny.
Now I'm fishing in an otter
What
house.
does an otter
I used to
sound
fish
like?
around the otters' houses, and now I'm in the otter.
I love it.
Now I am the otter.
Absolutely.
This podcast is not brought to you by Otter Fish Houses, but you should maybe buy one if you're looking to
I would.
not kill yourself this winter
They're pretty
because
dope.
winter sucks and I hate it.
They're pretty dope.
Why do we live here?
Oh, dude. I think I'm going to buy a house in Texas.
Texas.
Actually. Not
So-
kidding. I was actually going to talk to you about that tonight.
I do.
I'm moving in April.
Okay. No, you're not. Because you're gonna have to show me some paperwork after all the fucking pranks you pulled on me in my life. You could tell me anything
you be
truthful,
surprised?
and I'd be like,
Would
no,
you be surprised if I bought a house in Texas?
I would, because of your situation right now. Like it'd be like that'd be a lot to up and leave a lot of what you built.
I didn't say I wasn't going to sell this place.
See, I could see it then if it's like from that aspect, and I'll be like, yeah, I want to know more then.
So
But it's not
should
done,
We have,
so-
Should we have a house in Texas? Like on Lake Fork?
Yeah, you should. Just, I mean, that's selfish, but I don't know if you should, but I think you should.
Or
So
Missouri
I can
or
come stay there.
Missouri or
I think-
Oklahoma?
I think,
Texas?
I think you should listen to your heart. Whatever's pumping, wherever it's pumping you to, you should follow it, listen to it.
Do you know what my heart tells me?
No.
I should buy a big storage complex.
For what?
And I should insulate all of it.
You got a fucking horse arena right here. What are you
In
talking
between, like Brainerd Lakes area.
about? Why?
So all of us bass heads could drive on up to my complex. We could park our boats in there year round. Winter storage. But especially in the summer when you had a tournament on gull, a tournament on woman, tournament on the whitefish, tournament on Mille Lacs, tournament wherever, you could pull in. There's a bunkhouse built inside. You could park 15 boats.
A bass B&B.
You inside,
Yeah.
indoors, where you could pull in the boats. You could have a community kitchen, multiple big screen TVs, multiple like fillet stations and bathrooms, like a bath hut. You know,
Lake Gunnersville, I agree with you. Brainerd, I think you're missing months of income, and you're gonna have to get creative to. It's gonna have to be more than just that.
but in the winter it's storage for the boats.
That's
He
not
did.
lucrative. People aren't like. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not trying to squash your dreams.
Are arguing. With
I am, because I used to sell boats and I know what they charge for storage, and I know it's not enough to cover the monthly for whatever you're going to have to pay for anything heated. That's all.
Well,
Shrink wrap.
it's a dream.
Shrink wrap can be pretty lucrative. That's what I will tell you. And
It's a
outdoor,
dream.
because you don't have the costs of the heat, the indoor, the space.
Yeah.
That's why shrink wrap's the most profitable. If you want to know the truth, the shrink wrapping is the most profitable exchange in, that winterization storage. It's the winterizing in the shrink wrap. It's not the indoor. The indoor is only as good as what your monthly is and how you can divide that space. It's just like your labor. You're only as good as that space and how you can divide it. And I think you'll find, if you're talking about a big warehouse, I'm not saying don't, I'm not saying you can't, and I'm not saying I'm right.
I always thought it would be so
Just
cool to
letting you
have a
know.
spot where
Oh, it'd be
everybody can
dope.
pull inside
Don't let me stop you.
and shut the garage doors, and there's 20 of us teams in an area where we can all like rig and sleep, and every weekend there's boats pulled in. Like,
I want you to do it because I would just live there. You know what I mean? My monthly payment would be covered year monthly, and I would just live there. And I would be the landlord of the complex. And I'd be like, hey, Bill, put your boat right next to mine, and let me know your craft doesn't have a passcode. You got all the dots on there. Perfect.
Deal. Speaking of land, how's your snowblower doing?
Bro, I'm not going to lie.
You haven't started it.
So it's not my, bro, it's not my fault. We didn't get enough snow last year.
Right.
Okay, two winters ago, we got enough snow, and I snowblowed the shit out of that snowblower. Last year, Mother Nature didn't tell me to start it, and I didn't. So I'm not saying it's not going to start, but it hasn't been started since 2 years ago.
Here's the deal on that snowblower.
The carbs probably need to be clean.
Yeah, you're fine. You do know you can plug like a extension cord into it, like auto start, like power start.
Yeah, remember that.
Yeah, just don't have to fart with it. Plug that sucker in. Let her buck.
Or 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. Just
Dude,
power down.
I hate snowblowing. And I hate
You've seen my snowblower.
Bro, I'd rather get wet feet.
You have seen my snowblower though.
Dude, you gave me your old snowblower. I'm
No,
assuming
I mean,
you're...
like, I'm talking about my skid. I mean,
Oh, yeah. The one you're fixing every 2 weeks?
well, block heater, yeah, oil change, quick attachment, pins, hydraulic lines, tires, all-wheel steer. She works now. She works good. But it's heated. It's got music. I can plow for like 2 hours. It takes me about 2 hours to plow my property. About 2 hours.
I could see that.
All the way around the barn. The pens.
Dude, that sounds
the
fun.
down.
Skid loaders are fun.
Oh, dude, I got the music going. It's hot. I'm in my hoodie. I'm sweating my ass off. I got 2 beers.
Sounds wonderful.
Got 2 beers sitting off to the side.
Fuck, who wants my snowblower for that? I'll give you my snowblower for that.
It's kind of like playing a video game. And then it's like 10:30 at night. You're like, done. And you're like, yep. Plug it in. Heat it up. I'm excited to try that new 4-wheeler out.
Yes. What CC did you get? Did you get a
850.
850 cc's?
Yes.
That is a lot of cc's, my friend.
It's a big one.
That seems to have some power and some torque, enough to at least maybe even push a snowbank around.
I was pulling the kids around the other night.
Man.
And I may or may not have gotten a little too close to the mailbox.
Ooh. You get one? Did you get him?
Oh.
Took it out.
My daughter, she put her hand down and pulled the snow and like turned the sled and pushed him off to the side and threw my 10-year-old into the mailbox.
Hell yeah.
And he smashed his knee into the 6x6 post.
Is he okay? He seemed fine.
He was totally fine, but he at the time he wasn't.
Cry.
Yeah,
Scream.
I thought I broke his leg.
I gotta be honest, my most painful injury I've ever had was like knee in hockey getting hyperextended.
I was like,
There's
dude,
not a pain I've experienced that's worse.
I was like, the 4-wheeler was going down the road and you guys swerved with your hands off to the left because they hadn't been plowed yet. They were dicking around.
Freshman
how
year
the
of
hell-
college, I had a chick bite my dick, and that was not as painful as hyperextending my knee.
What?
True story.
What was she doing down there?
That's what I asked. There's a reason that
Honey.
Honey, I'm skittish about blowjobs, and that's more information than we need on the podcast. But I had an experience. Okay, and at the end of the day,
Yeah.
if there's a chick outside your dorm room who's hungry, make sure you feed her first.
Yeah, McChicken.
Make sure you feed the woman first.
That's what I did. McDoubles. McChickens.
I thought she could hold it.
Well,
Her hunger, that is.
that's painful.
It is. But
I'm so sorry.
I got a better story. And it's not about
What
me.
could be better?
My buddy who was seeing this chick who was giving him hand jobs, and like alcohol plus friction.
No.
I saw it. The
I don't
scabs.
understand.
The scabs. I watched the dude get his
You got
dick
burnt.
literally hand job, like sliced open, like open wound.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, but like, if you're fucked up or whatever, and like,
Sure, you're just having a day.
I mean,
Yeah, let's go with it.
I mean, my first question is like, she all out of spit? But when you're young, you do not know these things. You do not, like, you don't know till you learn. Some
Well,
people learn the hard way, right? And blowjobs, I learned the hard way. Hand jobs, Joe learned the hard way. We all learned something the hard way. Not everything. Less things the better.
God dang.
We've all learned something the hard way.
Well, sunburn.
You heard hand jobs were awesome, but you didn't hear hand jobs with lube were awesome or hand jobs with spit were awesome. You heard hand jobs were awesome, right? They're not all awesome. And no one can give you a better hand job than yourself. Don't forget that.
We have derailed. Completely derailed.
That lone subscriber's gonna get the glide bait.
Holy shit. Well, you know, folks.
Take that, Slick Johnson.
Oh,
Take that, block it. Just being honest, dude.
well, sometimes that's all you can be.
It's more honest than I've usually been, to be honest. It's not a matter of it not being honest. It's just, I gotta be honest, that it's pouring my heart out there.
You're a good man, Teal.
You're a good man, Dane.
God damn.
You're a good man, and we're human beings. Damn it! If you're expecting Hollywood out of me, you're fucking mistaken.
Holy
I'm a
shit.
Stearns County boy.
That is so funny, dude. Oh, that brought back like way too many memories.
Yeah. Yeah. So all right, let's hear about your blowjobs and hand jobs, Dad. I'm single. I'm good. I'm off the hook already. I was off the hook when I started.
That didn't create.
You gotta watch what you say. I get that.
Yeah, that doesn't create the kids that we have. So, yeah.
I mean, it was good you decided to keep them in this day and age.
Yeah, right.
It's nice of you.
Absolutely.
I have to pee.
Chrysler. Me too.
Hell yeah.
Break time.
Well, life's too short. At the end of the day.
Oh, life is too short. You can be funny, you can be real, you can be, you know, serious and professional, and there's a time and a place, and sometimes you just need to let loose, and other times you need to be hard-headed and inspirational, and consistency is a good thing, but you're human, so it's okay to speak your mind every now and then. You just can't be a total. Here's the deal: the line that you cross is like when you get beyond that, like human, like when you start becoming like the racism, like the hate. That's a line.
Negativity?
That's a line. Like you can't cross that line.
Well, it's a matter of like in your mind, your personal philosophy, right? I agree with you. It's just a matter of like, I think there's a lot of people that are stuck in the suffering of the world, right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, my cousin, like, he's been dealt just a shit hand health wise, right? And it's like, it's
I don't
easy.
know. I don't know this cousin. So
No, and I don't expect you to, right? I'm just giving an example of like the clearest, most recent example I have. Like, we just preached all this existential shit, right? But you haven't had like severe diabetes and then had a stroke.
Yeah.
You haven't. I haven't.
Right.
I don't have to deal with like being able to think things and can't move my body or can't say them, right?
Sure. Sure.
So let's talk about manifesting then, right? That's like the hard thing about it, right? But it's like all you want to tell that guy is think positive and you have to fight for better, right? But all that dude sees is somebody who had it easier than him telling him how easy it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's easy for somebody who's done it to say how easy it is, or who everybody's cards are different, right?
Yeah.
And it is like, I think when you're talking about what you're willing to deal with and whatnot, like it's a matter for me. I'm so it's I will never die on a hill because the world's so gray, man. The world is so gray. We all deal with things. It's all relative, right? Mm-hmm. Like your rich kid in Hollywood who's never experienced true suffering doesn't mean he doesn't experience suffering. It's relative suffering. It might be expressed and feel the exact same to him to not get his Walkman or his iPad, for a week, right? That might feel like suffering versus like a guy who's lived in suffering. Like getting a meal of food isn't suffering, and freaking almost dying is suffering, right?
Right.
But yet, how do you know how it feels truly, like inside somebody? Maybe it's that bad, right? Like I think, but it's a matter of, it's. I think everything's more complicated than we think. Whether it's bass fishing, whether it's life, whether it's our situations, and it's how like. I think about what we're talking about makes sense to me, and I think we can have that conversation. But I think about if somebody's listening, or I think about if we're talking to my cousin right now who just had a stroke, right? Like, what do you tell that? Like, how do you make that an easy, or somebody who is born in this is what pisses me off the most. Fishing's a rich ass kid sport, and it's becoming more of a rich kid sport, right? And like, if you don't have parents that buy you a boat, and if you don't have, if your dad's not like you're up against somebody's dad who's a tournament angler, right? And like that's the conversation we're having, right? And we're giving people this blanket advice, and it's not like, it's more complicated than that. And I think that's a whole nother rabbit hole we can go down. And I think I probably could have summarized my point better, but I didn't. But you know what I mean.
What do you think is the minimum thing you need to have to be successful as a tournament angler?
As a tournament angler?
Minimum thing you need.
You'd be able to catch a fucking bass. That's bare minimum. Throw a baitcaster.
I mean, how do you show the world that?
Dude,
though?
I watch people like, dude, you can win a tournament 5 bites if you just know how to throw a spinning pole on wacky Senko.
Yeah.
People
John
are saying
Cox,
you need a hunt.
John Cox.
Bingo.
Okay. And then, okay.
Or Noah Schultz and the
you-
Gambler.
And you need a phone.
Correct. But that's not the
'Cause you
mainstream
can,
talk.
But you could film yourself and market yourself and do something with a phone and a spin and pull and a wacky Senko then. Could you not?
You could think about the ways you can instead of thinking about the ways you can't.
Correct.
You could be thinking about what you can do instead of what you can't do. I had a stroke. You can think about what you can do, or you could think about what you can't do.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And I'm glad you mentioned this because
Correct.
that's the big magic picture, right?
Yeah.
It's not a matter of like this level or that level or you have this much or that much. It's about, do you think about whether you can, or do you think about why you can't?
I would think that someone in that position, let's say your cousin, for example, he thinks about what he can do. And let's say he could film, voiceover or whatever, fishing with a buddy or himself. I don't know his position. If he did that consistently, he would be doing more than the majority of the people in the fishing industry. If you were consistent about doing it, if you had minimal, you would be more of an asset in contributing more information and data than the majority of people. Because the majority of people aren't concerned about contributing or filming or suggesting or documenting or sharing any of what they're doing. They're more concerned about themselves, which is the sad truth about the industry, because those that care about it want to grow it organically and selflessly.
Well, and dude, poker's a great analogy, right?
Yeah,
because
sure.
it's like, here's the deal. There's plenty of people who grow up with just a shitty losing hand, right? And it's like,
It's not a
no,
losing
but
hand. You
hear me
can't
out.
say it that.
Just hear me out. and they freaking eat that losing hand, and they spend their time
Yep.
talking about their losing hand
Yep.
instead of spending time figuring out how to make the best of the hand they're dealt. You
Yep.
can't control the hand you are dealt,
Yep.
but you can control the choices you make with the hand you're dealt.
Mm-hmm.
And most people focus on the hand they're dealt versus the choices, or versus what they do with the hand they're dealt.
Correct.
That hand you're dealt is either a crisis or an opportunity, depending on how you want to handle that.
Sure.
And keep in mind, I battle this all the time.
Yep.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't feel pain of the hand you're dealt. Eat it.
Yep.
Eat it, feel it, and move past it. Feel it and move past it, right? But I'm guilty. I'm not sitting on my high horse here. Like, I ain't preaching from a hill. I have plenty to learn in that department. But talking, I learned through talking. Like, I think I don't know, blah, blah, blah.
Well, it is one of those things where the hand you're dealt.
Why do I have 2 full beers?
Because I'm going to drink one.
Which one?
The right one.
I took a sip.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
The hand you're dealt. I look at it as an exercise or an assignment to grow. Every time I'm feeling overcome with adversity or something happens and I want to get really angry, whether it's a ripple in DNR proposition or a fucking tattoo thing or a rod thing or a whatever, it always should be looked at as like, this is a exercise to get better in this environment. So if I have to overcome this bullshit, how does it make me better? How do I grow from it? And how can I utilize it as like, okay, this could be normal. Like, as we discussed earlier, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, you're gonna
It's
be
so easy to say,
dude, but
I'm just saying, I'm not disagreeing,
is.
I'm not arguing.
But if you're not
but
a
you
good,
make it sound easy.
because if you're not a good public speaker, do more public speaking.
But what if you don't want to be a public? Like, that's if you want to be
sure,
a public speaker.
Sure.
Like,
Aaron Teal.
come on.
Aaron Teal. If you want to be the best podcast host, but you just struggle coming up with dialogue and how to navigate conversation, have more conversation with incredibly difficult people. If you want to be a better tournament angler, fish more tournaments. If you suck at crankbaiting, throw the crankbait more. It all kind of revolves around the same circle. So if you,
Yes and no. Like, you say it, each statement you said
Yeah.
sounded the same level of easiness. And they were not, each statement was not the same level of easiness. The easiest thing to do of what you said to me was throw the crankbait more.
sure.
And I think that is an achievable thing. When you say something of the statements you said, it was like, well, fuck, that's like, it sounds easy, but it's not as easy. It sounds easy, but it's not as easy. It sounds easy, but it's not as easy. Throw the crankbait more. Fuck yeah. Throw the crankbait more. Go spend a day with a crankbait. And learn what the fuck a crankbait does. The only way you learn what a crankbait does
Absolutely.
isn't watching Ben Milliken. It's freaking throwing one.
Dude,
okay?
no. Hold up. Hold the phone. It's taking that 7.2 and throwing a DT6. And
Well, yeah, it's
and,
visiting VocelkaFishing.com
Well,
first.
sure. And throwing like a Sunny B on 6-pound test. And be doing
No,
something.
don't fucking do that.
Listen,
That's
do something stupid.
you're just trying to sell Sunny Bees.
No.
They're gonna break them off.
I'm not trying to sell Sunny B.
6-pound test on
Try
a
it.
crankbait? No.
Try it.
10 is the least I'll throw on a crank.
And
Unless we're talking a baby crank,
And
then
then
maybe
go-
8.
and then
but
go
not
B1.
6. I'm not doing 6 pound.
then go balsa B1.
That was a poor example.
and then
You should say 16. That's
then-
a different extreme. That's
then
at least
pick up-
fucking plausible.
and then pick up like a 7.6 medium heavy rod and throw like a DT, like a 15, a 20.
Now I feel like you're talking too much shit.
Go throw a like
The
10
6
XD.
pound is not too much shit, but you start talking that weird shit on the big side, that's some too much shit. I like that.
Go experiment with it and go see if you can target bass in different bodies of water, and then force yourself to
Actually, he's got the Dirty Water Minnow program. Just fucking listen to him.
I'm telling you, dude, if you go force yourself to do these things, it's really, really fun because you will stumble into something you've never seen before. And it will blow your freaking mind. And you know what? It might not be a largemouth pattern. It might be a fucking walleye pattern, dude.
See, don't listen to him.
That's what's so
when
cool
you
about
stop
it.
listening to him. And like, shut
Come
the fuck
on.
up. No,
Go catch some fish.
Because
Put 'em
when
on
you
the
do
table.
that,
Feed your
you've given up on
daughter.
what. Nope. When you do that, you've given up on what you went out to the lake to do, which was figure out how to catch a bass, right? And sure, you found the crappies. You don't need to know how to catch them. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
my
crappie guys.
daughter ate the shit out of those crappies, and she loved them.
When there's ice on the lake, I'm not going to argue with you. But when there's not ice on the lake, I'm going bassing. But that's just my heart, right? And it's okay. I'm not like, you deserve to feel how you feel.
I couldn't catch them, but then I caught them. That's how it went.
In my opinion, it's just these
Teal.
baits aren't magic pills. Like the JDM guys, the guys in Japan, for example, it's all about the tools. It's all about how you're applying the tools, how you're rigging, how you're working, every
Yep.
aspect to it. Do you know how they figure that out? Time. And being willing to fail. And I think the getting back to the big picture, I'm scared to fail.
Nah, don't be.
I know, but that's
Why?
my point.
Well, you're not failing, dude.
I said it as an example, like to be like that's the wrong way to think.
Yeah, but
it's a natural way to think.
But here's
I'm trying
the deal.
to speak from the natural human
You
aspect.
have-
Everybody is naturally scared. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm saying.
You have a standard to uphold. You're Aaron Teal Bass Galaxy. You're Aaron Teal Bass Fisherman. You have
I would say more degenerate, and that's the standard. I guess like it's just a matter of. I ain't
Here's the
better
deal.
than nobody else, bro.
Here's the deal,
I ain't
Aaron
better
Teal.
than nobody else.
If you were us 10 years ago or 10 years younger, and you were listening to this podcast, and you knew Aaron Teal fished, let's say, the team trail, your goal would be to kick your fucking ass.
Yes.
If you were younger than us.
Well, anybody.
Well, sure.
I mean, just
And
you want to.
knowing you,
I want to kick the bass's ass better than everybody else.
but knowing you, you would outwork to every extent, outwork the person you're listening to prove a point.
not to prove a point.
Sure, but
It's
to
not
prove
about
it to
proving
yourself.
a point.
To
It's
prove it to
about-
yourself.
No, it's like that endless curiosity of like I want to catch them as good as I possibly can. I want to crack the code. It's about the code. It's not about you. I don't have like the beat you this type of, like that's fun and like funny, but it's,
when you're younger, it is kind of like I idolize this person. How can I make it so I can catch more or better than this person? Because that's the standard that you know. That's what you know. That's who you're comparing yourself to. They only listen to you because they want to get the information you know to beat you.
I mean, that's not how I feel.
But that's what they think.
That's how these kids
That's
think.
how we thought.
It's not how I thought.
When we were younger,
It
we
wasn't
wanted
like-
to absorb every information we could to be better than the person that we were listening to.
But like that wasn't the reason that I asked anybody anything was to be because I want to be better than you. That wasn't the reason I was asking.
Not
it
the
was because
reason.
I wanted to be better.
You just wanted to know more.
Correct.
But
right?
wouldn't
But
the
I'm
end
not
goal then be to know more than that person?
to be my end goal is to know as much as humanly possible.
Which is more than that person.
Sure. Like, but I don't live off comparisons.
Nope.
And I guess I never necessarily did. There'd be inner banter. Like,
Teal,
but that wasn't the
tournament fishing is comparison.
But I guess I'm talking about the core essence, right?
Sure.
If we're talking about that core essence, I could give a fuck if you're there or not. I want to catch the biggest bag in the lake.
But when you fish a tournament, you're comparing yourself to everybody there.
I want to be the best person.
Absolutely,
Yep.
you do.
Yep,
So
that's fair.
if you're,
Yep.
see where I'm
I want to
getting?
fucking kick your ass.
Yeah, absolutely, you
Yep.
do.
Why do you think I'm looking for these baits? Why do you think I'm freaking going to Japan,
I know,
dog?
I
Why do you
know,
think I'm
dude.
fishing
I know.
Biwa 2 days?
I know.
I want to know. I want to know. I'm the most curious cat out there.
I know.
I want to know. Like, how are you fishing that? What are you doing? What?
And then I want to come
What?
back to the States and not tell nobody.
You barely. No, dude. At the end of the day, here's what I've learned. This whole pro bass fishing thing,
Yeah, I know.
maybe I can leave my mark somewhere else and be the best regional fisherman I can be, right? Maybe win a boat someday, right?
Or
you know,
5.
who knows, right? And at the end of the day, I just want to enjoy my life and enjoy what I do. So at the end of the day, with the podcast, I can share most really good things and help others, and I really enjoy. Like, my passion is discovery. You know that about me.
Mm-hmm.
Discovery.
Yep.
Be like figuring that thing out, and before anyone else is doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I like if everyone's throwing something, you know, I'm probably trying to do something at least a little different, or preferably completely different. Because to me, if you're gonna win, To me, that's what I've learned. But
You should just come fish Minnetonka for like 5 years.
I'm almost clinically insane, but at the end of the day,
You know that lake would challenge you to that point. Where you're
Bro.
like, okay,
if I had, the problem is I don't have enough time.
you don't
And-
need the time right now.
Bro,
You need
I do.
one season out there to just go, okay.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, because
Yeah, you
there's
do.
guys who've spent a hell of a lot
Nope.
more time
It's
to
changing way faster than they can adapt.
totally. So
many
one
people-
season ain't enough. You got to stay there and stay on it.
That's
or
why I
else-
said 5 years.
Bro, I'm just saying I don't got enough time. The problem is it's either you fish Tonka or nothing, or
False.
like it's either I'd have to quit fishing Champs Tour right now.
That's not true.
It is.
It's not like you're fishing 15 events.
Bro, you don't understand like time and finances, and like I need to work when I'm not fishing Champs Tour, and like I need to work, dude.
Champs Tour is
Tonka ain't gonna pay me.
3 regulars.
Spending time on Tonka and not gonna pay me back. I can't make dumb gambling decisions.
But you
Dane.
could market it.
Sure, if I can make money each time I go to Tonka, great.
Do you fun fish?
Yeah, but
Why don't you fun fish Tonka?
Because it's not that fun.
Well, that's because you don't fish it often.
It's because I don't have the money and time to fish it off.
You should move down here.
How often do you fish Tonka? Not enough.
Nope, but
So
I
talk to
could-
me about that. You didn't go there this year. You went to other lakes, and I don't blame you.
Well, it's
I wouldn't go there either. Like, I'll do the same thing you did.
well. Listen,
So don't preach to me
Nope,
from your fucking
nope,
high horse,
nope.
because how many days did you spend on Tonka this year, big boy?
24, which is
That's actually
a
more than I
decent
thought. 24 days?
Yeah, I'd say probably like 20.
That's fucking more than I thought. I feel like it's not 20.
Well, because I bring my boat there, like on a day where I'm like, oh, I got
so
a cancellation. Let's
20
say.
half days equals 10 full days.
Hold on. No.
Evenings, too.
You're not including tournament practices and tournament days.
How many
I'm just
tournaments
saying
do you fish out there?
2-ish, 3.
Yeah. You can fish at Denny's.
No,
You could. You don't have the time.
but I totally could.
You could.
I totally
You
could.
Oh, you could.
Because my studio
What
is
can't you
on
do?
the shore.
Why couldn't you?
I totally could.
But you couldn't put the time in that the guys you're fishing against put in.
I don't think that's...
They put time in. They don't just show up and win.
But here's the thing that people don't think about is, yeah, they've put time in, let's say the last 5 years. They have a mental block of what was working years ago. When a new mind comes in, or when you take a break and then come back to it and you revisit it and you wipe your waypoints clean, you just go fishing with the knowledge that you and I know. Minnow baits, bottom strolling, scoping, weed edges,
Tube jig. Texas rig. Drop shot.
Sure.
Wacky Cinco. Okura stick.
Oh man, say some more.
I don't
And you
think
go
I've
out there
showed
and
you this one yet.
And you go out there and you fish a little bit, and then you go, I'm gonna just flip that into the foil real quick, or the edge of the coon tail.
So Kato had me throw that for 10 casts before we leave any spot we fished. Like that was the bait I'd had to throw for 10 casts before we left to go to a new spot. Do you remember that tournament we won on Woman Lake?
Yep.
And you remember that tournament we won on Lake Minnetonka? Same year.
Yep. This is what you think would have caught him?
No, it's the same technique generally. I don't think this would go through the grass as good in that scenario. But where I was fishing on Biwa outside the grass or, lighter grass, 4 feet left. He would literally have me throw it. That's a half ounce lead.
Did you show
and
him?
see how that's
did you
flat
show him?
side? That's flat side down.
Did you?
You go pop with slack line. The thing moves 3 feet this way, 3 feet this way.
Did you
And
show?
spirals.
Did you
ball.
show him our?
I brought Exactly. I brought him a kit of that because I know this is the technique he invented with the Akura stick. But the Akura stick's so much more than that.
'Cause that thing's like
this is like the hovery cover scat. This is the sneakiest little bait from Japan that nobody gives a fuck about yet. And I don't mind. So like your cover scat's a spectrum. AK punch dick and balls is heavier than a scat. This is lighter and darts better. Like, so yeah, and has more applications. It has a flat side and a keel side. So it'll go like that, keel side, and then. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I thought it was interesting. Like,
dude, that's
Kato invented a goby tube technique, like we did.
But they don't have gobies.
We don't fucking Tonka done either.
That's why it's no. What I'm
You know
saying,
what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just talking. That's the head. It was just developed on the Great Lakes as a goby tube bed. That's why we call what we do the goby tube bed.
You want to know something?
It's not
funny?
because we're trying.
I want
to
to talk
mimic a
about this real
goby.
quick.
We're-
No.
Gobies don't live.
Somebody asked me, you guys fished that Cabotogama event, and you said you were on a fucking shiner spawn. Here's my take on that, Teal. Did we 100% know it was a shiner spawn pattern?
See, people think we're some kind of wizards. We were staying at a resort, and the walleye guys were telling us, yeah, the shiners are spawning right now, and the walleyes are running in at night. Like, you think I'm some kind of fucking genius or something? Like, no. It was these walleye guys. This is the best walleye lake we've ever fished in our fucking lives.
Whacking walleyes.
Whacking them. We're like, the fuck's going on? And like, we're like, you can't even. There's this guy at the golf cart at the ramp. Everybody knows that old guy that rolls in on the golf cart at a ramp, right? Everybody's
many
got
you
the story
catch?
about getting
How'd
rolled
you
up
catch
to
him?
an old guy.
What color were you catching them on?
Well, here's what happened. I'll
Were
tell
they
you.
17 or 18 inches long.
Local old guy. I'm pulling my boat out after practice one night. Local old guy rolls his freaking golf cart up to the ramp.
Flooded ramp.
I couldn't escape this guy if I wanted to.
Nope.
I couldn't escape the shiner spawn if I wanted to.
But he told
That's how
you.
we figured out there was a shiner spawn. And then we kind of just put that together with the pattern we had. We realized there was grass nearby on a shallow flat and hard bottom mixed in. And it was kind of like the ultimate staging combination. And we put it all together, and the wind happened to blow a little bit harder. So we doubled down on the shiner spawn, added 2 willow blades, and like, that's all there was to it. There's nothing more to it than that. That's exactly what happened, Dane. It's not like we're like, oh yeah, the
Shiners are spawning.
the spot tails shine at 58 degrees on the waxing gibbous going into the full moon.
On the northeast side of the channel with the cabbage folding over at a 46-degree angle.
Even
with
though
a
the
hard-
sun rises in the east, if you got a pink sky, you make sure you fish the west. Like, no. Cab Togama's loaded with walleyes, and there's like fucking bunch of old guys jerking off to the fucking shiners walleye spawn. And sorry you didn't have an old guy like bombard your ass at the ramp. But it was just like, I listened. I wasn't seeking that information whatsoever.
No, but
And it's
we
like-
also weren't fishing that spot
I don't think we
because
would
of
have
a shiner
changed.
spawn.
I don't think we would have changed
No,
anything.
we were
did.
not. We were not fishing that spot because of a shiner spawn.
It just made us think about what we were doing as like making more sense.
We're like, oh, they're up here more.
It's like, oh, well, that makes sense why we're catching fish here. There's a shiner spawn, and we noticed they puked up some leeches. That's literally, we just noticed things, right? I noticed they puked up leeches. Like, if you want to notice what I noticed in practice, they're puking up kind of black leeches. So like, black hair jig was doing pretty good. and they were on like, it's pretty typical pre-spawn stuff. It wasn't anything magnificent. It was just such a huge lake, and they weren't everywhere.
And we found a spot in a spot.
We had multiple things to do. We
Yeah.
didn't even get to the stuff that most of the guys did, that top 10, like that.
Yeah.
The guys
Oh, yeah.
who won were on. we wouldn't have got, I don't know if we would have got on what we would have got on, but like I don't know if that corridor was like what I found wasn't a shiner spawn. I think in that corner that we didn't end up making it up to, and then we both basically just expanded in that one area where it went down in the afternoon. But like without that morning area,
Well, hold on. That little sand spot at the end was dope.
dude, I couldn't remember. My arm was in a fucking
Cramp.
and I went 12. You told me to stop catching them. You've never told me once in my life during a tournament to stop catching them. That is the only time. And let's not forget, I've been that guy in the net.
Gull.
Yeah. Like this has gone both ways. So this ain't no one-way street.
I
Don't
feel
feel-
so bad about that day.
Why would
where
you
I was
feel
like,
bad?
Net.
I didn't feel
That-
bad. I felt zero. I didn't
No,
feel bad at
same
all
thing.
until you're like, stop catching them. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, dude,
But-
I got.
But I wasn't gonna stop.
I gotta weigh them.
I wasn't gonna stop. How many bass were in there? Freaking less than 10.
Well,
But I went 12 for 12, dude.
Legal. I mean, we were
I don't know if I've ever gone 12 for
we were calling
12.
legally as fast as you were catching them. I was just trying to slow down and get the.
We've gone 12 for
Weights
12.
right.
We've each gone 12 for 12 in a tournament, like with normal baits,
Oh,
but
at
never
least.
with a spinner bait.
Never with a spinner
That-
bait.
that-
No,
that's like-
jigworm, craw tube,
Normal shit you go 12 for 12 on.
jigworm, craw tube.
I've never gone 12 for 12 on a spinner bait besides that day. I just want you to know that.
They were flashing that thing like.
Bro, I literally every casted them, and if I didn't, it was because I missed one. But I 12 for 12 freaking 3 to 3 3/4 smallies.
They were gagging
For
that thing
10
so
minutes.
hard, dude.
And then I started catching big walleyes
Yeah.
right after.
That was such a fun day. That was such a fun week.
Dude, you know what's crazy? That decision. Remember, we were like, man, I had that fuzzy feeling. We were like, I feel like we need to go over there. Dude, if we would have made that decision 10 minutes sooner, because Walls and Wood caught
Oh,
the big fish of the tournament where we were trying to go.
on that island.
They pulled up there 5 minutes before us. That's it. So, like, you want to talk about the fine line of tournaments and
Yeah.
decision making, and like, you know, that was the difference between fourth and first. That big fish of the derb, their two biggest fish came right there.
Did we
right
take
then.
fourth
Yep.
on cab?
Third or fourth. I mean, it wasn't worse than fourth. It was third or fourth. It wasn't second.
I
Because
don't
Riley
remember.
aren't. Well, what'd you think? Second?
I have no idea.
But, I mean, there's 70, 80 boats. There's 82 boats. And we took third or fourth on a brand new body of water. Imagine that. That's usually how it goes down for me anyway. If it's a new body of water, I'm going to top 5 the bitch, I think. Unless it's Hartwell.
Escanaba.
Oh, dude, new bodies of water. are the
Yeah,
best.
we love new bodies of water.
Or shit. Boji.
Speaking of Escanaba,
I wanna
Mr.
go back.
Mark Raveling sent me some text today. He bought some rods.
He's great, dude.
Caught a bunch of reds. Big, fucking giants, dude. He just, I'm like, that's not even fair to like, oh yeah, here, make me a rod so I can catch these big fish and tease you with them. Take the Corvette down.
Yeah.
Damn it. What am I doing? And then he
Ramblings
sends
of-
me these big, like, two-handed, folded over belly, just...
But talk about a
Dang
sneaky
it.
guy just living it. Like, you're seeing that, right? But like, he's just enjoying it. Like, he's not like gloating in his glory. He's just enjoying what
yeah.
he's built and what he's done. And Mark Raveling is a hard man to hate, if you're asking me.
Pretty cool dude.
And if you don't have a my wedge on the back of your boat, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your life. And your wife's going to be a hell of a lot happier.
Mercury. It doesn't matter, dude.
You want to get your wife a damn good Christmas gift? You buy her the my wedge. You get yourself one too. The good news is you fit plenty in the stocking.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Her stocking.
They work for Yamaha hammers, Merkin hammers, Suzuki hammers, even your old Evinrude.
G2 hammers.
G2s, G1s, even the fix that don't even run.
Even the ones that don't even steer your boat because you lose your steering and you crash into an island.
That did happen. I do forget that most days.
Dude, the day I saw you in the hospital, it looked like you had an iPhone 6 lodged in your face.
Because I did.
It was so terrible.
Oh,
You poor bastard.
that was wild.
That was wild. You almost died.
Should have. Like, I mean, that's like fucking. Like how? That's crazy.
You should start a rod company and sell rods to the country. Why don't you go to Wild Hair and just, purchase a tournament circuit?
Just sell the
Come on,
guilt.
Teal.
Sell the guilt. Sell the tragedy. Take that tragedy as far as you
You
can.
got this.
I ain't
Just
that-
win. Just
I
be a
ain't
winner.
that guy, dude.
Fuck.
No, I don't hawk to nothing.
Haktua?
Yeah,
Your buddy didn't hock to a shit. He was scabbed up.
buddy, that happened.
That's
Isn't that
terrifying.
wild,
Oh my
right?
God.
Well, plus teeth. I got teeth. He got that. I'd take teeth any day. My scars were not anything close to what I saw.
Oh, man.
But
How did you see him?
we were on the varsity hockey team. It was the gayest shit I've ever seen from the start. Like, varsity hockey team, like, anybody who's saying, like, dude, like, anybody who says that there's bad shit in the world, you haven't been on a varsity hockey team. My first day of varsity hockey, I watched the senior captain while this guy's tying his skates. He's tying his skates. Varsity captain walks over butt naked, farts this far away from his fucking right eye, gets pink eye. That was my first day of varsity hockey.
That's fucking funny.
So yeah, it was, savage shit. Really not gay because I never saw a boner. You know what I mean? Like 4 years of hockey, showering naked with dudes, like a football shower, and I never saw one boner. To me, that makes it not gay. However, what I saw other men do to other men wasn't completely gay, but it was about as close as you could get.
You know what's funny about that? Is I'm actually tattooing some of my varsity. So, hold on.
Dude, the varsity football team at Ricori?
You know Aaron
First
Bacchus?
off, I thought the hockey team was gay until I met fucking varsity football team and you guys slipping sliding across the fucking locker room.
Yeah,
Now
dude.
you can talk and I'll listen.
Aaron Bacchus? Remember?
Yeah.
You know Adam Bacchus.
Yeah.
His brother.
Yeah,
older
no,
brother.
I know who you're talking about.
That poor bastard fell like 2 stories off a roof just like 2 months ago and landed on his head. Like on his back.
2 months ago?
Oh yeah, dude. Like paralyzed, like knocked out, like went into the hospital, like didn't know if he was gonna live, then didn't know if he was gonna be a paraplegic, and now is like recovering and moving. I'm tattooing him and his wife tomorrow.
Oh, fuck. Who'd he marry again?
Autumn Bacchus.
Oh, fuck. Used to be Autumn Strufford.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Autumn Strufford was.
They were all
fucking-
lookers. They were all lookers.
Autumn Strufford, you're married, but I used to have the biggest crush on you.
Yeah. I tattoo him now.
Hell yeah. Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's my job.
So what does that have to do? Like, with what we were talking about?
Well, because you were talking about being like in a varsity hockey locker room.
No,
and
I want to hear. Like, I
Adam
want to make
and
sure
Aaron-
that you guys were more gay than our hockey team was.
No.
And the slip and slides in the fucking locker room was the gayest shit I've ever seen.
It
and
is.
You guys used to do that.
We used to slip and slide in the locker room
you
until
need
the
to
one kid got caught on the drain.
You need to explain that.
No,
story.
I don't want to explain that in the story because it's
fucking hilarious.
You can't slip and slide and stand up and be bleeding from.
Bro,
you know.
you have to remember varsity hockey. Like, you sound like a big pussy right now. Varsity hockey, there was a
dicking.
dingman kid who took a slap shot to the nut cup shattered, punctured his testicle. Varsity hockey game. Went to the hospital. Like, block a fucking hockey puck, block a fucking black ice freaking frozen biscuit, right to the nuts.
Yeah.
Your nut cup shatters. That shrapnel from the nut cup is flying through the little bit of air that is in between the nut cup and your sack at a velocity of whatever that puck was flying at, and it punctures your nutsack. You're 17 years old playing varsity hockey.
Yeah, well, shouldn't have been standing there
Well, I'm just saying, shouldn't have been sliding there.
bleeding.
So tell me just how a slip and slide in the locker room works, though. Like, that to me is like, this is what, if you're asking me why I saw a guy's scat, it's because he told me a chick gave him a sandpaper hand job, and we happen to be on the varsity hockey team.
Sandpaper hand job just sounds so much worse than a sudsy slip and slide. You know what I
I don't
mean?
know if there's as much blood as what you're referring to.
Oh, fuck,
Is
dude.
there like a lot of blood?
I mean, he was bleeding pretty good.
I'm just letting you know that went down that story went down generation.
Absolutely.
So if you're too pussy to say it, I guess the hockey player will say it.
No,
So
There's
the
not
football
really-
team was so gay that they decided, not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but they decided to use the, corridor or open space from the shower to where their lockers were.
no, dude. We would use
There was
the shower room was like the size of this room.
It was bigger.
And we would slip and slide in there.
Oh, just in there? Well, the generation below you took that down like through the whole fucker.
Oh.
They just layered more soap. It's something you just guys didn't figure out yet.
That was Kyle Schrader and like that was like
doesn't surprise
that was like way older than you, dude. Like you were in middle school. Like that was like Eric Decker, like D1 Eric Decker days when I was a freshman and I was playing varsity with like Garrett Bransner and them guys who were like way.
Hey, you know what I was doing when
was-
you guys were doing that? I was catching bass on a spinnerbait and out of a paddle boat.
You were jerking off.
That too.
Yeah, absolutely. Catch a bass
Do you know who called me?
on a beetle spin.
Do you know who called me?
Tuma.
James Chapman.
No.
I feel like that'd be actually a good call to make. Like
I
could hold
tried
it up.
calling him the other day. That cocksucker. Why didn't he? What's he doing?
I don't know.
Mr. James Chapman.
We've never done phone a friend in a while on the podcast, and I guess it'd be kind of fun.
I wonder.
You never know what you're gonna get with this guy.
What's up, Jill?
What up? You are on Teal's Bass Galaxy right now with Dane Vocelka and some other guy.
Oh, she's the guy with the big rod.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
What's up, Chappie?
No, we already introduced you. He was introducing me.
Yeah, big. Oh, yeah, that was about Teal, obviously. He's got the little fly rod.
Dude, the reason I missed you is because we were on the record, and the reason I got you back is because we're on the record.
Oh, well, good to know. Good to know. Disregard that thing about Teal's big rod.
Chappie, I've been
up?
trying to get a hold of you to fish.
Verifying that
You can run, but you can't hide.
I was just calling to see if Teal is coming over to play some Pong tomorrow night, but
I said I was coming, didn't I?
yeah, well, I don't know. I've had girls tell me that, and I don't believe them.
Chappy.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, James, and your offer was pretty good, but I had dinner with Lonnie last week, and, Lonnie treated me pretty nice, James, so I'm not sure if I'm going to make it tomorrow. Although I do love the ping pongs, especially the Asian men. I love the Asian men.
Oh my gosh, I know you're over there fucking the little Japanese guys all the time. Nothing to make a small dick look big by going to Japan, right?
I was actually hoping it would do better, and actually it was competitive at best. Was the problem, but
Well, I don't know the scene over there, so
yeah, no, I get it. I'd be scared too if I were you. Like if I was competitive, I can't imagine. Like I imagine you won't even go near that country, right?
That's so funny. Chappy.
But yeah, I'll beat you in ping pong tomorrow night. Like, what makes you think I won't? What?
Oh, you're not gonna beat me. That's the only thing you've got going is your little Asian look. I think you get high and makes you look more Asian.
I think you get drunk and it makes you worse at ping pong.
Well, yeah, and you get high and then you get better at ping pong. So
Now I have to cut this out, you motherfucker. You just make me sound like a crackhead now. How about you come up with something good?
I was giving you a big dick compliment a second ago.
That I wasn't talking about that. I said thank you for that already.
All right. Well, sorry. I didn't know I was going live on a podcast here.
We warned you. We kind of introduced the call with that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll keep it.
Yeah, might as well.
I've been
So,
fishing.
What are you and Dane talking about?
Well, I've been fishing north of Hutch for quite a while here, and I've been looking to get you on the ice there, bud.
Ice. Dude, it's gonna be so cold this weekend. I'm gonna hibernate and play ping pong.
Dane was hoping you could teach him how to figure skate.
It's a no-go for me.
Why don't you come over to the tattoo studio and we bring the pong table over there?
Why don't you bring the tattoo studio to us?
Ooh.
I'm all about it. Have you seen his gun case, Dane? His American flag gun case in the basement by the
Mine?
ping pong table.
Mine?
No, James's.
Oh, he has one too?
Been to my house, I don't think.
Yeah, I have been. I've been in that room with all the cameras.
Dude, every room has cameras.
Yeah, dude, you film
Camera, bitch.
film unsigned sex tapes. That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Like you could get that's some legal trouble. What?
Well, I said like and subscribe.
What? Why are you hitting me?
You're featured in a couple, Teal, if you want to see
Oh yeah, I know I've puked in a couple. I ain't banged in none of them. I don't think I've ever banged in your house, so you don't got shit on me, okay? Besides puking, which yeah, do what you want with it. I don't give a fuck. Yo, oh, I puked. Oh, ha ha ha, he puked. I've never puked before. I'm a human being.
If I edit that right, it looks like you looked at your 40-year-old date and then puked. And so I can make a good little meme out of it anyways.
I think it'd make a great meme. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's good.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No.
Hell
Save
yeah.
any of those clips. Fuck them.
I like that. Yeah.
Oh, chat.
I mean, it's better than fucking a young, like a 17-year-old chick. That'd be kind of fucked up.
I'm not getting baited into this fucking conversation. New Year's is on, by the way, this year, if you want.
I ain't gonna be there. Unfortunately,
We're gonna-
I want to, but I can't.
he's going to be in Florida.
I'm
So
gonna
we're
be
going to
in
do a
Florida.
Friendsgiving. We're going to do a Friendsgiving party at my place.
That was a really good cut back in. Thank you. The New Year's thing.
That's weird, Dane, because I didn't see any invite.
Well, I haven't made the plans yet.
Oh, so your Friendsgiving was totally going to include me.
Do you want to come?
Maybe if you didn't bang his wife, you could come.
Well, I did come. A couple times. This is all a joke. Dan, come
So-
to our New Year's party. It's way better. Danny can stay home with the friends and the kids.
This is your financial advice segment brought to you by Edward Jones advisor James Chapman. James, do you have any final words?
Yeah, cut this out. Would be my final words. But Dane, if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, anyways, you should come too. We got, Hayden might come.
His cameras are hoping everyone does. So
I'll be tattooing till about like 8
Yeah, well,
in Mound.
if you're gonna record me the whole night, I do need to see some sort of documentation, or else, just need to make sure that the footage never gets released just because I didn't authorize it.
I've never released any footage, so
Yeah, that's what they all say.
I don't know. If anybody's recording anybody in this situation, I feel like it's you.
Oh yeah, we got 3 hours and 38 minutes of you talking.
I gotta be honest. We are recording you right now.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It's taking proactive measures because I don't totally trust you.
That's fair enough, I suppose.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. I
pretty much say what I think, which is a positive 10% of the time, and a negative the other 90. But whatever.
That's good math.
I say things. I say things too.
Nice thing about what I say is like people don't listen 50% of the time, so then it's really only like a 5 and 45% thing.
That's a good ratio. I see what you did there.
It's really honest.
So
and conscious of
Pong at your place tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That sounds so fun, dude.
doesn't it? And you don't get to have fun anymore, Dad. How about you have a look? Yeah, maybe. It's the holidays.
Give the kids a
Almost.
couple sips of NyQuil and come on over.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I got a tattoo all
Well,
night.
you leave them home, but just
Not the
don't sit
NyQuil part. Like, what the fuck was that?
there. I don't know. That way he doesn't have to deal with the kids. They all sleep through the night. I don't know how to do it. Kids, Roscoe just fucking sleeps whenever he wants.
But how are you gonna blackmail him then?
I'm not. I'm just having Dane over for a good time.
Yeah, Epstein.
We're so close. We're like almost neighbors. I'm in Hutch fishing like every other week.
I know, and I don't get a text, a call, nothing.
You don't like ice fishing, dude.
Okay, well, the ice froze like a week ago.
No, 2 weeks ago, I already had 4-wheelers out on that lake.
Did you get them off?
Yeah. It was super fun.
Which lake?
That one.
Oh.
James, I've never had to cut a phone call so much due to you saying words that start with Z, X, and Y.
Like, what words started with those?
Don't worry, we'll cut it out. It's just to make up for all the cuts I'm about to make.
Just please don't use them anymore.
Fag.
You called me.
Oh, Chappie. I miss you, buddy.
Dude, I'm excited for ping pong tomorrow night. I just want
Hey.
you to know that.
We gonna get Chappie in the tattoo studio?
And if you talk about my 40-year-old professors ever again like that, I swear to God.
Well, which god? There's a bunch of them.
Is there?
I don't know. You ask them.
Or do you think it's the different cultural interpretation of the same one? Maybe God is, maybe religion is a misunderstanding of God, James. Have you ever thought about that?
I just asked which one you're swearing to.
Yeah.
I believe in
mean,
something, James.
I'm trying to evaluate the importance of you swearing to it.
I'm not swearing to your God or anybody else's.
Okay, then I couldn't give a fuck.
That's
So you
what
can
I
swear,
thought.
yeah.
I knew it.
Touche.
You threatening me with you swearing to God.
I wasn't.
You
That
not
wasn't
even
a.
swearing to my God.
That wasn't threatening.
Well, you said if
I wasn't.
Someone
If I
else
said
said-
I swear to your God, it'd be threatening. But I didn't swear to your God, did I?
you're just gonna swear to a God for fun.
What's it to you? Why are you so interested in which God I'm referring to?
I'm just asking you about your hobbies, dude.
God is not. I'm just trying to figure out what moves you.
Some people sew and some people swear to other people's gods. I don't know.
What inspires you, James?
What inspires me? Dane working so hard all the time is inspiring.
All right, take the dick out of your mouth and say it again.
How'd you know that?
I mean, my ears work.
Well,
There's a little extra.
it sounded like a conversation at the dentist.
I fucking hate the dentist. I gotta be honest, James. I was expecting better out of you out of this mystery call. So I'm gonna hang up now, and I just want you to think about the next time we call while we're on the record, and how you're gonna make this a better experience for Dane and I, because I really just don't think that we're bringing each other up right now. You know what I mean?
All right. I think you should probably leave a Yelp review on my phone call receiving page, just in case. I don't know. Maybe give me some tips what I could do better.
If I felt like that was worth my time, I would, but it's just not something I'm feeling strongly about right now, James. All right, so I'll see you on the ping pong courts tomorrow night, and you can bring your fucking cameras. That's fine.
All right. $500 on the first game.
This whole call is going to be cut out, you fucking degenerate. I love you. Good night. See, the good news is, like, this is the nice part about not going live, is because you can do that. And it really, I don't know if it added anything positive to the episode. I really think everybody got dumber after listening to that, between you and me. I don't feel smarter.
I don't know.
I know you don't.
I don't.
Nobody knows anything after what we just heard. That man is a menace.
Are we one more break?
Yes.
One more break.
One more break.
Short break.
Short break. Then we're going to regroup from that because we need 5 minutes.
This is incredible. We're almost at 4 hours.
This might be 2 episodes in one. We might have just got 2 birds stoned at once, folks.
We could probably push another 30 to an hour.
Part 2. Part 2. Part 2. Maybe.
Break time. Yep, those cold smoked wings were good.
Dude, the cold wings. What is up with that?
That's a new dry rub that I put on them, and then I slow cook them. Then I pull them off before they're fully cooked, and I make my own sauce.
You make your own sauce?
And then I toss them in it, and I toss them back on the smoker. But before I toss them back on the smoker, I turn the smoker on high. So when you toss them back on, it like chars the deal a little bit. But it was so cold outside that it didn't quite do what I wanted to. That's why we threw them on broil in the house.
How in the hell do you have time to make your own sauce?
I knew you were coming over at 6 p.m. and I got home at 5 and I had 1 hour. I had the seasonings. My house was a disaster. My daughter was running around with a full diaper.
Bro,
my son came home and my skid loader was broken. And I was like, oh, shit.
You don't need a butter up for me.
It's like, I gotta make these.
I understand
I gotta
making
make these wings.
some homemade sauce for your wife. That makes sense. But I hope that wasn't for me.
Oh, no. I make this sauce homemade from scratch. And I pull the wings off and I toss them in a big bowl. And I literally toss them in this wing sauce.
That's wonderful.
And then I put the wings back onto the smoker.
That's wonderful.
And the smoker is at like 475. It's piping. It's kicking out like red hot. You toss them back on there and they just psst.
I don't know how to cook. Do you have a Traeger?
Oh yeah. Traeger, Blackstone, Flatstone. Your mom, his mom, oven, all the things. All the convection oven type, gravity bait type. You name it.
How does somebody get out of their comfort zone to learn a new bait or a new technique? Like, the big thing I'm noticing, you have to be more refined. You have to be willing to try new things, but you can't three and out anything, right? So take your steer rod, for example. You know, what advice do you have for somebody who's wanting to try a new technique? What does it take to get there?
I think it takes a willingness to fail. To go out for 4 hours and be willing to not catch a fish, but know that if you do catch 3, you're like opening Pandora's box, a whole new chapter of your arsenal. You really got to be open to, you have to be pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. And that's okay. That's how I viewed it. I'm not fishing tournaments, so I'm going to sacrifice my fun fishing time to, if I don't catch any fish during this rain, blue sunny sky, cold front, windy east wind day, then it's what it is. But I'm learning.
And see, I think it's easy to be comfortably uncomfortable when I'm on the water fishing, Dane. So I guess, how are you able to get yourself uncomfortable and be okay with it on something you're not as passionate about?
I try and set like milestones for me when I go fishing. If I'm gonna fun fish, I might set like of a 6-hour day, I might set 2 hours aside fishing with something I'm not the most comfortable with. So I make it okay to try something new and innovative or uncomfortable. And if I'm not catching fish, I might follow up with something I'm confident in, or I might fish with something I'm confident in first and then follow up with baits I'm like unfamiliar with to build confidence. I'm kind of more of an extremist though, so if I go out to a lake, I might just like straight up call a 4-hour afternoon sesh. Like, I ain't putting this fucking bait down until I catch them on it. And that was the steer ride for me. So if you're going to try JDM baits, sometimes that's what it takes. Just like pairing it on a spinning rod, a casting rod, heavier line, thinner line. If you're fishing a clearer body of water, going more finesse, dirtier, like being more power finesse. And just being okay with not getting a bite, because it does sometimes take like 2 or 3 trips to go out there and understand a body of water and figure it out. And then when you do figure it out, pull your phone out, take pictures, and like document your success, because I think documenting and like journaling what you're doing really, really helps with remembering years down the road. Like, oh, that's right, we were on a Great Lakes like bite and it was super cold and they ate a suspended jerk bait or a blade bait, over a football jig.
I think the easiest thing to do too is like if you're not getting a bite, it's easier to not pay attention than it is to pay attention, right? So if you're not getting a bite, it's like the best fishermen I know, whether they're getting a bite or not, they understand my bait is falling about this quick.
Yeah.
And I'm moving my bait about this far. And this is how I'm working my bait right now. And this is how I'm going to change that action and when.
Oh, yeah.
And if that doesn't work, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're not getting a bite, you should be learning what your lure is doing. You have no excuse not to anymore because you've got a damn flashlight showing you exactly what it is doing. So,
Yeah.
like, it's a matter of just if you're going to understand, if you're going to get a bite, you need to understand how you got it. And it's like that takes time. And you can't necessarily hack that entirely, but you can do it a hell of a lot quicker than we did in the 90s and we did in the 2000s. So that's what I do know.
For sure.
And if you got rich parents, you can buy a hell of a lot of waypoints too. If you like, if that's what you're into.
Jesus. No. That hat looked good on you, bud.
Thank you. I kept the sticker on, for the urban community.
It's a nice hat.
Thank you. Dude, it is a nice hat. Is this a Richardson 112 or is this the new Richardson series? Richardson Champions Tour
I
Edition?
have a tour hat on, but it's light gray.
This is a darker gray than yours?
Yeah.
See, it's weird because I bet your hat, if you look at it right now, looks dark gray.
No, that looks dark. Mine's
See,
light.
mine looks dark.
Mine is light.
Even when you look at it like that. Okay.
I know it is.
Dang it. I thought the shadow would be enough.
No, I remember because it's like, if I'm going to give this hat to Teal, it's going to be a dark gray one because it doesn't show sweat lines and it's a black trucker hat.
I have a more, animal ethics question, actually. Do you guys use spurs in this horse household?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. I have another question.
I do artificially inseminate.
After eating horse in Japan, I'm wondering why we aren't, looking at income, like what you can make off the horses that way, around here. Once you can't race them anymore, when they get beyond racing ability.
We are at that point with a couple.
I'm just saying they taste pretty good.
One.
As far as research and development goes, I researched the taste of them motherfuckers and the uncooked variety. I ate raw horse in Japan. And I'm wondering why it's not what the utility of horses is here that we haven't I understand. Is it because the pets thing? Is it just a pets thing?
Not for me.
Because dogs, it's a pets thing, right?
Not for
Here. For you.
Not for me.
But American culturally, yes.
Sure. I mean, my wife and my daughters are a bit more attached.
So what you're saying is they see a pet and you see food? Like when we're looking at the
I'm
horse?
less connected.
So you're more willing to see food when you look at the horse?
Just as if we have to put the animal down, I can put the animal down versus the vet.
I understand that, but it's gonna die. But what about what you do with it afterwards? Because you're not gonna eat a live horse. I'm not talking about eating on an alive horse. I'm talking about, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean.
He did not have this on his bingo card, folks.
Well, I mean, I would be willing to eat the horse if you put it down, part of it, and try it and be like, oh yeah, it was Susie. It was great.
I mean, it's that or you feed it to the earth, right? It's isn't it better in your mouth? You know what I mean? Would you rather have
I've had to put their family dog down.
See,
Doesn't
I'm
mean
not
I'd-
ready to go there.
Doesn't mean I'd eat it.
I'm with you there. So
Well-
horses are just dogs. That's and that's I guess
Horses are
that's-
sometimes more important than dogs. They live like twice as long.
I understand that, but from a like there is cows that are people's pets too, and people are okay with that. They're called mini cows or whatever. This show cow that
Yep.
you know. There's nothing wrong with that. But but what, like, that sounds like a one-way street. Like, what about the people who view horses as food, who maybe they have a horse but they don't have $50 to go buy a couple steaks?
Making this a really tough argument. I don't know.
Hey, I'm not saying I know. I don't know shit. But I know I ate some raw horse in Japan, and it made me
You
ask
did.
some questions.
Well,
so I have some
sure,
questions.
sure.
I'm not saying I know shit, but I have some questions because they fucking fed me some raw horse over there, man, and it wasn't that bad. And I'm just like, if it was cooked, I bet it'd be like that Wagyu beef that I was eating.
No. Horse
it-
ain't that fat. They're way more lean.
It'd be more of a bison burger. It'd be a bison burger, dude.
I don't
Bison
know.
burgers are lean burgers.
Wagyu is like fat.
It's fatty. You're right.
super fatty.
You're right.
Like
It's not a great
lot of
comparison.
fat.
The raw horse meat I had was pure pink, zero marble, not a line of fat. Straight horse muscle, straight ready for racing. Like torn Achilles. It's unfortunate, but we ain't gonna
God.
waste them.
Well,
Like what do you want? You just want him to burn and get buried, or do you want him to, like, his soul lives on forever? The soul leaves the body.
yeah, but you ate it.
I didn't eat the soul. It's Japanese tradition.
How do you know there was no soul?
I don't know shit. But in my mind, I feel like the body is not the soul. Your soul doesn't stay with the body when you're buried. You're saying your soul just lives 6 feet under the rest
Stuck
of
there.
existence?
Stuck there.
I don't need to breathe, but I can't breathe. No, dude, that's not how it works. I feel like your soul either goes to a new universe or just floats around there. What's up, guys?
Possible.
Who knows?
I don't,
Same, dude.
dude.
The good news is, as long as we don't sound too debauchery on the ending,
Yeah.
we cut this at 3, and an hour 16 ain't there.
No.
I haven't heard it back yet.
Well, I feel like we covered the rods.
We're done.
We got,
We're done.
well, you covered a lot of James Chapman.
How long was that?
I don't. Fuck. I don't know.
It might have
couldn't
been
have been
half
good.
the whole thing.
I don't know. It.
That's getting cut out.
Well.
It has to. Or chopped and screwed.
It could be really good. You don't know.
Just leave it.
I don't know.
I can't.
You'll have to listen to it and go, yep, or
I'm pretty lenient on that, and I'm gonna cut some.
you might have to. Maybe some of the 17-year-old comments you'll have to cut out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah. Well,
We've learned a lot.
this was really fun.
It was
we
fun.
have learned a lot. And if you've stuck around this far,
Holy shit.
We're grateful for you. You have no idea. Cheers, buddy.
Yep.
Here's to casting 34 feet than the next guy, buddy.
Cheers.
Get yourself a Vocelka hair rod if you ain't.